What is up, everyone? Hello, hello, and welcome. Only mic was on. It's been on the whole time, huh? I don't even know.
Hello, hello, hello.
Turn it up, turn it up, turn it up. Turn up my headphones. Mic check, 1, 2, 1, 2. What's up, Jamie?
Yo, yo.
Good to see you here today. Are you ready for this?
Yo, yo.
You know what time it is. Yes, Jay. It's time to go. Shout out to all my niggas from Guadalajara, Acapulco. I'm cruising in my blue Corolla. I need that money to be a high roller. Trapped and made a controller. She's crying downstairs, so I have to console her. Swimsuit model with eating disorder. Spent $200 on her DoorDash order. Yo, just a fucking crook with a fucking crooked jaw. False flagging down channel with my puppy dog. I committed fraud, and I got low T's. I'm a low T god. False flagging, mundane maggot. Phil's fat, Phil's a faggot, Phil's a loser, Phil's a beggar. Arnold, Phil's a nigger, right? How do you say? Brunel's a nigger, right? Very nice. All right. Let us continue. It's 3 a.m. and I can't sleep. I got 2 big bills coming next week. One more chance to save the best streak. I'm going full mask off. It's not that deep. It's 3 a.m. and I can't sleep. I got 2 big bills coming next week. One more chance left to blow. You ready? It's time to go. It's time to blow. They thought I fell off. No. Like a prime D rose, I be dunking on these hoes. Turn you into T-part, striking a T-pose. So let me tell you now what the story is. They call me DSP.
Notorious.
I'm cruising and wrenching, fast and furious, with my homie Pastor Eric Miller.
He's quite curious. They don't have nearly what it takes to be a man. And since I took their manhood, that's mine now, so I ain't giving it back.
My trolls are always watching me, waiting for another disaster stream. They won't even give me a piece of peace or like a whole fucking team locking onto my stream like a detractor beam. I can't get rid of them. I'm sober. I'm losing my mind. And I'm losing supporters. Detractors are bending me over. Just another con in this Ludwig world order. And now I'm seeing so much clearer as I sit here staring into Dark Dave's mirror and all of my fears and all that I see. The raw DSP. Bottom feeder, cult leader. It's 3 a.m. and I still can't sleep. I guess this is all I will ever be. This is just how time flows. Until it's time to go. It's gonna take years of effort to try to dig myself out of this fucking hole. It really is. And it sucks. I hope that someday I'll get out of it. I don't know if I ever will. I may be living month to month, paycheck to paycheck, begging for fucking tips and shit on stream for the rest of my life. Like, it's been tough. You know, my life has been tough over the last decade. Yeah. You know, my life has been tough over the last decade. Yeah. You know, my life has been
speed, no handles, flying like a banshee. They use cheat codes, but we don't cheat though. No cliff notes, homie, we don't need those. Come on and just take the high road. I'm trying to fly though, wanna touch the sky but still lie low. Never watered down even with the hydro. Vaporize the hate so I don't have to keep my eyes low. Hit Oslo, get it in Norway. Cleanse palates with the callous man sorbet. Doorways open up, yup, more cake. Soon enough the sweet turn sour, more court dates. We burn it down though, and just live it up. It sucks ass when they ask about a living trust. I don't have one, cause I don't have shit. And when I do, I'm probably gonna just stash it. It takes time for the interest to make sense. It makes sense for the linguist to invest. I've been blessed with a brain and some rhythm. Those hairs too square on the tortoise. No carry-ons, but we carry hope. No politics, but y'all should probably vote. Don't involve me, I live for the stereo. Right side, left side, middle path, adios. No label when you living independent. Rent is too damn high for my pension. Like the lottery, the way it just rubs off. Opposite of Jimmy McMillan, I take the gloves off. And take some cheap shots, fighting for the beatbox. I'm throwing down harder than the dude who beat Brock. I'm more able though, but still murderous. On the beat.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Khuckcast. I am your host, Mrs. KHuck. Hello, everybody. Hello. Welcome in. Good evening. What is going on, chat? What is going on? Seems like we got a good, huge turnout. Holy cow. Seems like you just like this guy. I see a lot of King Slice people in chat. I see Red Flare. Let's see here. Reaper. Recognize you guys from the chat there over there. Psychotic Assault. I saw earlier a Mr. Kristen Arkin here. Thank you, Chris. Hi, Chris. Don't know if you're still here or not, but hello. Oh, hello, Nerdy. Hello. What's going on, everybody? Okay, all right. So without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and bring in this guest. Now we have a little bit of time, chat. We only have like 2 hours, so we gotta make this quick. But for those of you who are new here, welcome. Thank you for joining us. Also, real quick to the people that obviously have been here before and know me. Any questions that you guys may have for Sly, feel free to put them in the chat. If anybody is willing to super chat and has a question, then feel free to do that. He or I can read it. I'll see if he wants to read them or whatever. We'll just go from there. But irregardless, let's get this show on the road, chat. Let's go. Here we go. Hello, Sly.
How you doing?
Hi. How are you, sir?
I'm good. How you doing? Thank you for having me. I'm happy to be here.
No, thank you for joining me. I appreciate it. Did you like the song? Did you?
I loved them. I like Mike the Bike. I love the Leave Them Kids the Flamenco joint. I didn't know he made that one though. I didn't even hear it, and I'm upset that Chris ain't sent me that. He should have sent that as soon as it was made. I'm mad he didn't send it.
Yes, it's a banger. It's an absolute banger. I remember when he premiered it. I think I was there when he premiered it, and I was just laughing the entire time. It was freaking hysterical.
Oh, I was crying. I was crying the whole time.
I was laughing all over.
I was not
too.
expecting it.
I didn't know if you had heard that or not, because when you said that you like Kendrick, I'm like, oh, I got the perfect song to play. So yeah, there you go.
I loved it. No, shout out Mike the Bike. I like his content.
Absolutely.
Gang, what's poppin'? I see you outside.
Yes, all your wonderful people are here. Thank you for showing up for him. I appreciate it. Thank you. So how have you been, sir? What's been going on with you?
Not much. Just kicking it at the crib. That's the one day I'm here now, but usually Thursdays is the one day I don't stream because
Oh, Oh, gotcha.
I gotta take one day, but you know, I'm happy. I love being on this side, right? Anytime I don't have to be in front of the camera, I'm always gonna take that opportunity. So thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Fair. Well, even if I were on camera, you didn't have to be on camera regardless. It's up to you. I don't really care. I do have a camera, but unfortunately, because of my job, I can't be on it, which sucks because I don't have like an expensive one, but still, I would like to be on camera if I could, but I just can't. So,
Yeah,
no, I hear you.
I started off on it, so I see a lot of people like this way. That's why I tell everyone I'm super jealous because I should have just went this way, but I went the podcast route, so I had to show my face, you know, just on the camera, how we had it all set up or whatever. So that was the only way, and I'll be jealous, man, because you guys could do so much behind the camera.
True. Yeah, that's very true. Yeah,
I love it.
That's very true. Well, I've been like my face is out there. I've shown my face before, not a whole lot, but my face is out there. But yeah, if I could be on camera, I would, and I'd probably get sick of it, like what you do. I bet after a little bit, I don't doubt it. But anyway, but no, thank you so much for coming here tonight. I do appreciate it. I'm really looking forward to this. So we're just gonna go ahead and start off right off the bat here. So for those that may not know you very well and watch this later or show up in chat later, do you want to give a brief description about who you are and what you do?
Okay, so I make fun of people on the internet. That's pretty much all I do. I just jump up and anything that catches my eye that I feel like talking about, I'll talk about. We'll talk about like DSP, we'll talk about LTG. We were on this whole Cinebear jar situation. Hipster was a hot commodity in the Keffels. That was a wonderful time. Yeah, that's pretty much all I that's what I'll do. That's pretty much that.
Nice. Okay. So do you, well, I was going to ask you this though too. So do you do commentary subjects, not just Phil, right? Because that's
yeah.
Okay.
Yes,
I got you.
Yes.
I get. Well, I mean, how often would you say that you do actually like cover Phil?
I think like a couple times we'll take like a video or not. I mean, in the beginning it was like there would be like days, and then it kind of like there'd be days like a lot that it'd be like the whole thing would be, but then it got like boring. So we just like I had to switch it up. And around that time he was getting kind of boring was like that's when the Keffels and Tipster thing happened. So that took kind of precedent. And then so we'll watch like a video or two, like maybe, but you know, there's been times where we just kind of let him go. Yeah, we just let it go.
We let him do his thing. Yeah, I get you.
Yeah, we'll check in and see if there's anything, like if I see a clip that catches my eye or whatever, then we'll check it out. But yeah.
Well, from what I understand, so the first person or one of the first people that you covered was Wings. Am I right?
I started covering. No, I just watched Wings. I appreciate that. Thank you for humbling Travis from Side Scrollers. Yes, I appreciate that.
Oh, we gotta talk about that too. We have to. Yes, thank you, B-Sub.
Yeah. We can talk about that. Yeah. So I just started watching them, like, because I forgot how I came across Wings, or so I just randomly, like years before I even thought of doing this, and I came across Wings, and I couldn't believe there was a person online that would cry over a video game. It was a shock. It blew my mind. I didn't know people would actually show themselves, act like this. So I would follow them just by watching them. But then in 2020, I started a podcast during COVID, right before COVID hit, just for something to do. So I started a podcast with my bro Fresh. I still do it, the Low Lifes, and and then that's when I came across Phil, is around that time, because I kind of fell off from Wings because he got boring, and then I discovered Phil around that time, and his voice is what caught me, because it's like, bro, he sounds so like nasally, and I can't believe people would want to watch this dude. So I didn't even know there was so many of these people existed, about this crying and begging and all that. So it was all new to me. So I started following that, but around the content time is when Phil. And then we made our first stream on that, and that kind of like blew up. And because I didn't know that there was a whole group of people following him as well, like they were wings. So that's how this whole thing started.
Gotcha. Well, in the sphere of like Lolcow, so was it like the Lolcow sphere? Like what? Who? I'm trying to think of how to ask this because Lolcows are something else, and they are to me. I'm still relatively new-ish when it comes to like this type of content because I've only been doing this for like a little over a year. What? So
Okay.
or yeah. It's been. I started in May of 23. I can't believe I had to think there for a minute. It feels like it's been longer. So have you been around for about that same time, or how long have you been around for now?
This channel, this one I'm doing now, it's been about 2 years, but altogether I've been online making content for about 4 now.
Oh, gotcha. Did you so you started with the podcast that you're still on?
Still doing it.
Nice.
4 years strong, still doing it. That one's more of entertainment. We talk about like hip hop, anything in the entertainment wise. Sometimes we'll like cover like random topics like that. That's how Phil came up and all that. I try to introduce my co-host to the weirdness that I see, and I love to see his reaction during it.
Jesus.
So that I do that. And then I also do another podcast where I that's strictly battle rap and stuff like that. But,
okay, gotcha.
Yeah,
Why do you torture
and
your
that started in
co-host with
21.
this nonsense? Why must you torture your co-host with this nonsense? Why? It's funny.
Because if I'm seeing it, he needs to see it. And just for him to see the weirdness, I just love that's the thing I love the most about it.
Right? Yeah. I'd have to definitely agree with that because it's none of this you can explain to somebody in IRL. Would you agree? That does not. Yeah. Like none of it. You can't. No. Like,
no. It's very hard. People ask me all the time like what I do, and I just can't. I don't know. They're like, oh, what topic? I try to tune in. I don't know what you're really talking about. It's like I don't really know how to explain it to you. You just kind of have to like know about it. Like if you know, you know. If I just told you, oh yeah, I watch a dude who just says dumb things, you're gonna be like, well, why would anybody want to watch that? Just lie about it, right, guy? Just lie about it.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. I'm like, you just gotta be there. You gotta see what he says or what these people are doing. They just do the weirdest things, and you just gotta say something about it.
Oh yeah, no, I agree. I think with me and like I said, with all of this, still me still being fairly new-ish, and listen, I know that there are some YouTubers out there who say, well, you've been doing it for over a year, you're not new. I mean, you're partially not wrong, but
that's still new.
But it's still new because of just everything that has happened, and there's changing stories. People have different opinions about different things, and you just know it varies. But yeah, no, I have had the hardest time trying to explain to my IRL friends and my family what exactly it is that I do. It is one of the hardest things I've ever had to do.
I feel it.
But
same thing.
And I don't know if you have it or not, but I have an IRL job. That like
of course. I work a job too. Yeah.
Oh well, there you go. Yeah, I do not plan on doing this full time. If that does happen, that would be wonderful. Don't get me wrong, but I don't view this as a full time thing. Do you hope that it will be for you, or what are your thoughts on that?
No, I will never quit my job. This game is too volatile. I'm not. I like the security. I know what I got. I know what I'm making. And it can support my fam, so I'm good on that. I will never quit that. Right. I mean, once I found out that like some ordinary gamer still has a regular job, and you see his views and all that. Like if he's still gonna work, I'm never quit.
Right.
I'm never
quit.
quit.
That's a good point. Yeah, no, that's a good point. Well, and Nicholas Duario too. He has an IRL job too. What was that?
Yeah. See, like these people. I think like I look at like I don't think I could trust it. I don't think I could ever trust YouTube to be consistent enough.
I couldn't either. I'm with you. Because here's the thing though, right? Unless it was just my husband and I, then that might be different, right? Then maybe I could do it, or maybe I could see about making that work. but it's not.
Yeah.
That is not.
I got 3 kids. I'm not risking it. I'm not about to throw it all away. Throw it all on black and just hope, man.
Right. Yeah.
I can't do that. I can't do that. Yeah. Part-time A-log sounds like a great gig.
Yes.
I'll do that.
I agree. Well, and plus, to me personally, and maybe you can relate to this, it's much more fun that way. Do you know what I mean? Because
it's not. It doesn't have to be so serious. I don't have to treat it like a job, and
Right.
I just can show up here, chop it up. Because I always wanted to be like on the radio. Like I always wanted to do the radio thing, but I couldn't. I didn't want to go to school, so I was like, all right, well that's over with. And then I found out about the podcast, and I thought that would be cool. But I'm like, and then I needed more. That's why I started this one. It's like I just need to do something else. I can't just do the one thing every at one time a week. I wanted to do more, so I started this, and I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
Just as a hobby thing, I love it.
Right. No, I 100% agree. And you're being called out. You always wanted to be Funk Master Flex. Oh, Jesus.
No, I didn't. Don't listen to him. No, I did not want to be Funk Master Flex. No, sir. No. No.
No. All right.
0 A-log. I think that's just like someone that follows somebody. I think that's what they. I don't know. I think that's what it's called, right? That's what an A-log is. It just follows somebody online and talks about them.
I guess, or it's one specific person that they follow a lot and they cover a lot, or that's what that's what I've always known it to be as.
Oh, it's when you cross boundaries? Is that really what it means? I thought it just meant you followed somebody. Because like they would say like Bo Black's A-log tipster, and he would do the bully stream, so that's what I thought it meant.
Well, yeah, again, that's what I thought. That's what I think too. I don't see it as it crossing. Now, okay, it's a different thing when you cross boundaries, in my personal opinion. But to me, I agree. I think that Bo Black's A-log tipster. I agree. Thank you for the sub, Wyatt the Sing 98. I'm sorry, I'm saying your name wrong.
That's fine. I jack their names up all the time. There's a guy on mine that I jacked his name up for almost a year until someone just randomly corrected me, and he was just allowing it. I messed his name up. I can't read names. They know this. They're very cuss. I'm gonna jack your name up. If it ain't normal, I'm never getting it.
No. Well, speaking of names, my name in particular, I am not one to talk. My name has been.
Khuck? I love it.
Well, actually, it's supposed to be KHuck, but I did it to myself.
It was supposed to be KHuck?
Yeah, it's KHuck, yeah. But again, I did it to myself. I did it to myself. So I understand. Which is why when people like you or other people have called me that, I'm like, okay, well, I just gotta accept it.
I thought it was a joke, like the Khuckcast, like you got like like a spin off it. Yo, that's funny.
No.
You accidentally cucked yourself. That's crazy.
I sure did.
That's funny.
I did not think about that when I was creating my name, and I'm like, God damn it. And I heard someone say it once, and I'm like, no.
Yes, I remember when you popped in chat, I thought it was so funny. I'm like, the Khuckcast, that's great.
No.
But it's not even that. It's KHuck. That's funny.
I wish I could take credit for that, but no, that was not. No.
That's funny.
I'm forever Khuck. Yes, I know, Minda. I know. I will always be forever Khuck. I will. Yes, absolutely. No, listen. I've accepted it. It's okay.
It's all right. It's all right. Okay. You know, there's worse things I guess you could be. You know.
Hi, honey. Oh, my husband's in chat. That's Mr. Hucklebuck right there. That's my husband.
Oh.
Yep.
The man Khuck. I got you, man.
That's Mr. Huck.
Shouts out to you. I hate my last name sometimes.
I don't blame him.
That's funny. Loki, what up? I got a question for you.
Yes.
I thought you did this show by yourself. I didn't know you had co-hosts. And when I saw on the intro, Toxic Piplup, that's the now recording dude, right?
Yes, he's one of them. Yes, he is one of the.
Is he still?
Yes.
Is he still on that show?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I knew. I was thinking, I'm like, that name sounds familiar. I remember. I like that show. That show's pretty good. I haven't listened to it in a while, but I like it.
We love Now Recording. Actually, they just came back. Well, I don't want to say that they just came back because they've always been around. But they just did a live stream, I think, yesterday, for the first time, because Matt Pitt took a break for a little bit, and everyone else got busy. Beckett was busy, ratioing the our commentary community. Toxic was busy doing other things, and they were all trying to take care of IRL stuff. But I don't want to say that they just came back, because again, like I said, they've always been around, but they just did their first live stream all together with Matt, and for like a couple of months. So
Okay.
yeah, no, they're still here. They're still around. Yeah, Toxic is one of the originals of Now Recording, yes. And then the other co-host that I have is Squatchin. She's our local artist. Now, Sly, I don't know if you've seen any of her work, but I do have a picture ready to go for you to see that she did.
Okay, let's see it.
Just to give you a glimpse as to what this woman is. Let's see here. What did she drew what, Reaper? What's this? No.
He said, this switch behind you. Or maybe the screen he's talking about? I'm not sure.
No. My talking screen, this was done by the lovely Somebody Loves You. She did this. She did that for me. No. Squatchin has done work for us. Trust me, she's my favorite in the entire universe. But no, Bunny did this one for me. Yes, we love Bunny. Okay, anyway. So, I want to show you something, and I want you to prepare yourself before I show the rest of the class. Now, people within my community and Chris's community and others have seen this. I would like your thoughts before I share with the rest of the class.
Okay. Where are you going to send in the Discord?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
If you go into the watch stream.
Yeah, I'm in there right now. Oh, my God. That's funny. She drew that?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Man. Well, rip to one of them. But that's funny.
Yeah, isn't that funny? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we'll get to that too. So chat, for those who are lost in
That's funny. I love it. I love it. I love it. This is what? Yeah, we good? You here? You here?
Shit, nope. There we go. Nope, they can't hear me.
They can probably hear you.
The Khuck is muted.
There we go.
Her audio
hear
just left.
You
good now?
Okay.
Oh, I hear you.
Okay, I'm telling you. See, I told you that it's not a case.
All right, we've been here. I've did the same thing. All right, because I didn't know about this whole gotta give permissions thing. So I set this whole big stream up once, and I had people that everyone wanted to see, and I didn't know I had to give a permission. I didn't know any of that. I just thought you jump in a call, we talk. I didn't know that. So I get it. Trust me. I've been here.
Gotcha.
I've been there.
Oh, yeah. No, this is my bad. I am so sorry. Yes, it's not. It told you it's not a KHuck stream without some type of audio issue. My chat knows. Anyway, so yeah, this is for those who have not seen this before, part of Sly's audience. This is Miss Squatchin's work. It sure is.
I like it.
Yes.
I like it.
She made
Mount
this.
Detmore is hilarious.
Oh God, when did she make this? She made this like right around the time that the whole thing was going on with Tommy, I think.
Yeah.
I think it was right around
that was such a wild time.
Oh, I know.
Like it was very unnecessary. Like I don't know. I tried to do that's Tommy. See.
Yes, that's
shot from the point.
Yeah. Tommy.
I don't know why he would do that, especially like the first like debated thing broke up over this money situation and Keem imploding, and now you're gonna do it again. Like it's wild.
Exactly. Thank you. And Tommy did not deserve any of that. He did not.
No.
But here's the thing, though, and we've talked about this because we covered it when it was going on. But Tommy doesn't listen. If Tommy were to have gotten like super hurt or super angry over it, which he rightfully so, he would have and he should have, but he can't let that get to him. Because again, he knows Keem. He's worked with him off and on now for what? I think he said like what, 10, 11 years? Something like that?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
he knows how
It's got to be like that.
Yeah, and listen, it was it sad for Lolcow fans, for like us, to see him go? Yes, absolutely. But it worked out to be in his benefit, because now he hit 50K subs and he's thriving and doing his own thing. And he talked to Rich the other day. I don't know if you saw that or not.
Wait, Tommy talked to Rich?
Yes.
Oh no, I didn't see that.
Yes. It was
wow.
I'll say I watched it today. And it was.
And I'm gonna have to watch that tomorrow. I didn't know that.
Yeah, Tommy talked to Rich. Now, I'm telling you that if Rich would have... Listen, I don't think that Rich would have talked to Tommy if Tommy was still part of Lolcow. I'm just saying. So, if maybe he would, I don't know, but I highly doubt it. Speaking of Rich, while we're on that subject, oh, dear God in heaven. Oh, my God.
Yeah, there's a lot going on with that guy. He's losing it.
Where do I even begin with him? Or I don't even know where to begin with him. Well, okay. Well, let me ask you this. I guess this is a good starting point. When did you first become aware of Rich? Was it when you found out about Phil, or was it before that, or was it?
I knew of Rich from a debate, funny enough, with Keemstar back in the day over Patreon. There was a debate they had, and that was the first time Huh?
Mm-hmm. Yes, I know that debate. Yes.
That was the first time I ever heard of Rick, but That was the first time I ever heard of Rich, but I never really watched him or whatever. I saw a video of it. I'm like, and he was doing like gameplay, talking about news. I'm like, this isn't for me. So that was the first time I talked about, or I ever heard of him. And then I remember seeing like this Big Cheese situation, like a video came up of Big Cheese talking about this dude. Mm-hmm. So I knew about that situation. But then like that's all back in the day. And then fast forward to the time I started doing this. One time I was like, you know what? I want to learn about RTU. So I watched the doc, like it was making of an e-beggar. And it was this whole thing breaking down Rich's like life. And that was the first time I watched it. Because I didn't understand what was going on. Mm. So then I would like watch him a little bit here and there. And then this one time he like lost it on his audience. And he was flipping out over a members goal that he promised and then didn't do. Mm-hmm. And then the people were like, well, wait a minute. You said if we don't hit this goal, or if we hit this goal, you'll do whatever. It was like a whole list of stuff.
Yep.
And then he was like, and then he started losing his mind. And he was like, well, here's the money. So then he was flipping out about it. So I reacted to it. I'm like, bro, you can't be following Phil and then losing your mind over something that you wanted. You promised them, they did what you wanted, and then you're mad that they did what you wanted. Like
Thank
you can't act like that. So I made this whole video talking about that reaction. It did pretty well. And then he ended up seeing it. I guess he ended up seeing it or whatever. But then the Travis situation happened. The Travis around that time, the Travis and side scrollers thing happened after that, and then people were sending him my debate with him, and then he ended up tweeting at me once, saying like, "Oh, I know Slides criticized me, but I deserved it," and this. I'm like, "Oh well, all right, that's whatever." I mean, so we ended up doing one thing, Token Trav, right? So then we ended up doing a stream together. I went to his. This was, I forgot how many months ago this was, but this was a long time. And I went to his. It got kind of weird, so I dipped because he was talking way too sex, like gay sex thing going. I'm like, man, nah, not all about that. So I stayed for like an hour and then I dipped, or like an hour and a half maybe, and I dipped.
Oh God, I would have left after that too.
Yeah, it was a little too wild, so I got up out of there, but it was whatever. But then he just like imploded, like it just went downhill after that. So I would and then the Jay situation happened. So around that time I was covering it, and Rich, like everyone hates Rich, and I see why everyone hates Rich. I get that. But in this situation, like in some situations, Jay is way worse, and I'm gonna stand on it. And I'm never gonna not say it. Jay is a lot worse, or not a lot worse, but he acts worse.
Right.
Like he does a lot of the stuff that people get on Rich about. Like I was covering it, all of that whole breakup. I watched the Nerdy John interview. I watched everything he was saying. His stories don't even. I mean, he just tweeted. Sorry, I'm going on a tangent. Every time I talk about it, I just lose my mind.
You're
I'm
good.
sorry.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. No, you're
He
fine.
just tweeted again last night. I saw after my stream. I saw him tweet. Oh, it was more about the money. Why I left. The money wasn't enough, bro.
Yeah,
You
I saw
can't
that
say
too.
that after he told you he wanted to let you go before, and you stayed for a lower rate. You can't turn around and tell me now that I couldn't do it because the money was low, bro. You got cut already and you stayed. Like I don't understand why they just let this dude slide. So and he only pops out and talks about him when he knows he's gonna get money. That's the only time he ever talks about him. Let's not talk about the 2K that
That's fair.
he said was stolen from his account, but as soon as the people donated to him, he never said another word about it. Let's just bypass
No.
that part.
No, you're absolutely fair. And listen, I don't know Jay very well, but I do know, I remember when you brought up the nerdy thing. I was there that day. I just so happened to be there that day. And okay, because, well, long story short, I am a co-host on his channel as well. And he's a secret co-host on mine. And he was just in chat a little bit ago. He may pop in here. I don't know. We'll see. But I just so happened to be able to join his morning stream. And Jay, because he was talking about the whole thing with Rich and Jay and whatnot. This was when it first happened. When it first came up. The first cycle of it. Right?
Yeah.
So Nerdy just happened to be covering it that morning. I happened to be there along with Squatchin. Squatchin was there too. And we see Jay in chat. And I'm like, what? What is happening right now? Like, what? And sure enough, he called in and gave his story. And yeah. And it was featured on, and I'm sure that you saw it. It was featured in the documentary, June the King's documentary on Rich.
Yeah, I watched it on stream. I watched it because I'm telling, like, I need to see the context if I'm going to talk about it. So I had to watch it. People were like, "Oh my God, turn this off." I'm like, "Oh, we got to watch this. We have to see what he's saying." And the stories wouldn't match up. They don't, like, he'll complain about one thing, but then like on the Nerdy John, he like I'm trying to think back to it. I know the pay was a big thing. And it was just like not what he was saying before. Like he was like, it doesn't hit the same. When he cuts your pay already, told you he can't pay you what this is, and you said, "Okay, I'll stay for less."
Yeah.
You can't complain then about this job then.
No,
But
you're not
in
wrong.
the flip side, Rich, the PC thing was wrong. Rich was like, "I'm not going to pay you this because I gave you a PC," but that was already established that he was going to get the PC for work. You can't just in the future say, "I'm not giving you this because we had a fight. I'm not going to give you your money." So Rich was wrong in that aspect.
I agree.
Like they both were doing it.
Yep.
But Jay in that situation lucked out because A, people don't like Rich, and 2, he was looked at as like the victim. In this situation. Oh, he got fired. Look at his first tweet. "Oh, I got fired on my birthday."
Yeah.
So you got fired. No one likes Rich. You fire up a stream, said, "I got fired on my birthday." What do you think was going to happen?
Right.
You know, people, you're going to play the victim. "Oh, I can't believe he did this. I can't believe he did that." People are going to give you money. Cool.
I did feel bad here's my point of view on it. I did feel bad for Jay when it first happened because obviously I like Jay. What he did, not only just for the channel, but also when he stepped up for Rich when everything happened with his daughter. That was very commendable of him to do, and he deserves a pat on the back for that. Absolutely. And yeah, I did feel kind of bad for him because it was like right after they were trying to figure out what they were going to do with Review Tech USA, and now it's since gone, which I think was the dumbest move ever, in my personal opinion. And tell Sly quit blowing up phones. It's too early.
Leon, man. Shout out Leon.
Hi, Leon.
He wouldn't,
we know Leon.
Yeah.
Hi,
Leon's
Leon.
my dog.
Hi, Leon.
Yeah, because I got to get up early, so I'd be talking, and he gets that. But he don't sleep either. I don't know why he does this. He's up at the same time I am. He never slept. Never sleeps.
He still doesn't sleep. Ah, Leon, come on.
Never.
Anyway, sorry.
He ain't sleeping 6 months.
I believe it. Anyway, but no, so when everything first went down the first time around, yes, I felt bad. And I was like, that's sucky. You know, he maybe, but then again, I've said this before when we covered it initially. There's things that were going on behind the scenes that we didn't know about until obviously it was released, right? Until the Facebook post that Rich made and everything else came out with it, right? That was, you know, obviously a big, huge mess regardless on both sides, right?
Yeah.
So the first time around when that happened, yes, people felt bad for Jay. Are there people that probably still feel bad for Jay? Yes. But
I mean, they were just in his chat the other day giving him money over it, like feeling bad for him again for some reason.
Exactly.
Guys just call out lying mad time. Go ahead.
He says, no, you're fine. He says that he's done talking about it, but yet when something comes up with Rich, he's right back at it. He's right back at it. Of course,
that's the money. That's the money. He knows it. He barely works until something happens with Rich. Then he comes out. No one was even talking about Jay when Rich was going at it. Like when Kino was on him hard in the beginning. Pause. When they were getting at him crazy in the beginning. Mm-hmm. Jay pops out and was like, "Oh, my computer has these. What are they called? Keyloggers or something like that." Mm-hmm. Oh, Rich put keyloggers in my computer and he hacked my bank account.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was.
Wait a minute. Why didn't you ever mention this before? This PC's been given to you months ago. You didn't say it with Nerdy John. You never said it on any stream. You only said this now.
Preach.
And then people ran to him. Boom, give him mad money over it. It just blows my mind. Why wouldn't these situations that you were in? Oh, he hacked my bank account. He got into it. Why didn't you bring that up before?
Exactly.
Why are you saving it until these opportunities that you have to get money out of it? Well, but no one seems to see it. They block it out and like, oh, Jay's the best and we don't like Rich, so it's fine. No, okay. Listen. You know those two things. Rich can be bad to you and Jay can also be that way.
Exactly.
And I felt like in those situations, oh yeah, he can leak DMs, but not his bank statements. Exactly. Like, he can't show you. He showed you no proof. Not even like a conversation. I'm not even saying show me the statement. Show me some discourse you had that your bank account got hacked. Because you just talked about it, tweeted about it. Mm-hmm. They gave you money. You never said a word about it. You won't even mention it anymore. You don't even talk about it anymore. Yep. Oh, so the problem's fixed? Do you have a report? Do you have anything? Like what?
Yeah. No,
and now this situation, which I don't know too much about the Mistress. I'm gonna watch it tomorrow on stream because I saw a clip. I saw it live, like a little bit of it, but they were going back and forth, and Jay was irritating me, so I had to cut it off.
I saw that.
So I was like, I'll just wait till someone clips it. I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I was notified of it too. Well, no, I was notified of Jay being on Rich's stream, but I didn't know that Rich was streaming. And then I saw Rich's stream later, and but I was notified of that too. And I'm like, I'll watch it later. I watched some of it.
Every time Jay leaks everything. I get every time he leaks everything. His DMs with anybody that DMs him, he leaks them. I get them all the time. I got so many of them, and it's just either him trying to play the victim. Or something, or like, oh, look, take a load of this. Look what he wants me to do. Like, it's just, he's so corny to me. And I don't play this game of, well, the whole community doesn't like Rich, so you can't like Rich either. You just gotta side with whoever's opposed to him. That's not how I rock. I don't play that game. Like, I'm not one of them. I'm not just gonna like blindly hate the dude if he doesn't give me a reason. There's some things that Rich does that irritate me, but I'm not just gonna be like, well, yeah, everyone hates him, so I'm gonna join it too. No. I was like the one opposing on the one of like Jay. Like, nah, are you not listening to his stories not matching up? Is nobody hearing this, or is it just me? I don't fall into that blind hate nonsense. I don't do that.
Right. No, I agree. But here's my problem with. The both of them, though, have done it, though. Rich has gone at Jay when he says that he's done talking about it. Jay has gone
Right.
at Rich when he says that he's done talking about it. The both of them are just as guilty, right?
Oh, 100%.
Of
100%.
not letting any of this fucking go, off and on. Again, it's the fucking cycle, and I knew that it was going to happen. I called it right when everything happened, that they were going to go back and forth for months, and sure enough, it's been months, because he got fired in February, end of February, somewhere around there, and now it is
Seems
March.
like a year ago.
No,
Yeah,
now it's
right. Like
October.
nearly a year
Exactly.
ago. Let it go.
Nearly a year ago. It is now fucking October. Okay? Come on now. Let it fucking go. Seriously.
It's time to go. Yeah, it's time. Stop. For real. He just had said, like, I think it was like 2 months ago, he was like, well, I think I'm going to do a stream with Rich and we could talk about all the situation. Like, trying to be friendly with him. Internet bombed on him. So I think, like, the next thing was him, like, oh, I can't believe Rich put these keyloggers in my computer. I'm like, yo, I can't keep up with this dude.
Right?
I can't stop. This dude's I'm sorry. I don't want. This guy's ridiculous. I'll say it. This guy's ridiculous. I swear I cannot stand him. I cannot. He makes me like, I don't like that victim. I don't like that. That was like a big problem with, like, even Keffel was like, with her weaponizing the LGBT, trying to play the victim all the time. I hate people that do that. And I'm watching him do it, and I see people like, oh, I feel bad. Jay's the victim in this. No, Jay's a liar. Okay?
Right.
Jay lies.
Yeah. Well,
Jay only does these things so he can pad his pockets after. That's the only way he's doing this. The man barely works. He barely works.
Yeah.
Only when he's live right now. I guarantee if you click it. Oh, was he? He might. I guarantee he's probably talking to Rich. I would be shocked if he's not talking about Rich.
I hope not. Oh Jesus, please no. Yeah, I would be shocked too. Not gonna lie, especially with that. Listen, here's my thing though, right? And this is my criticism towards Rich. I've said this before, and I'll say it again. I've said this publicly. I've said this on stream. I had to take a break from Rich. Now, here's my history with Rich. I'll give you a brief one. Brief. My husband introduced me to him back in like 2019, 2020. I first became aware of him when the whole quantum thing happened. When the whole quantum TV thing happened, right? Most people knew him beforehand, whatever. I found out about him, around that time frame. Cut to like a year or two later, I'd been watching him off and on. He recognized me in chat, and he modded me, right? And I was mod for him for a while, whatever. I didn't think anything of it. I had asked him, like, soon after I started getting this channel up off the ground, if he would ever want to come on and have a conversation. And he was like, yeah, sure, we can do that. And I only talked to him once, and that was through a Twitter call. And him and I were, talking back about him possibly coming on and whatnot. And then I would hear the reputation about how he wouldn't get back with people on time and things like that. So I didn't know if it was going to happen, but I wasn't expecting for it to happen. I was just going to see what happens, right?
Yeah.
Cut to everything happened with Jay and them. And then Jay goes on Nerdy's stream. Okay? Lightning in a bottle. Nerdy takes the opportunity to talk to Jay. I would have done the same thing. Talks with him, has 100%. A conversation, right? Had a great conversation. Was very civil. Nerdy gave his points at that time about what was going on. Jay gave his points about it, everything else. Rich finds out about this stream. He finds out about Jay going on that stream. Criticizes him for him not going on Lolcow and going on what he now calls it as the Circle Jerk podcast.
Yeah.
That's
he was saying he didn't want to talk about it at the time.
That's nerdy. He's talking about nerdy.
Yeah.
No, that made me mad. Because I'm like, and again, maybe I was taking it too personal because Nerdy's my homie. I'll take that. But it was still bullshit. Because how are you going to get at him for going on a stream when you've done the same thing, but he didn't go on a bigger platform? Is that what? Yeah, that was stupid. It was a stupid argument. But yeah, but I've taken a break from Rich there for a little bit because it was just getting to be too much.
Yeah, that was a lot. Cause he was saying he wasn't gonna talk about it, and then Rich was like, "Oh, let's go to Lolcow and talk about it." He's like, "No, I'm keeping silent," and then he ended up over there. So that's what. And then he was also he was also in the Discord with like 8-Bit Eric, who I cannot stand. I can't stand his voice.
Oh, 8-Bit Eric?
I can't stand him. I don't like him. I don't like, and I only don't like him because of his voice. I don't like him, and I don't think his points. Like, he really has a point. I just feel like he wants to jump in the I hate Rich bandwagon.
Yeah. Thank you.
Like,
Thank you.
I don't think he really, like, if you watch, he doesn't really have a point.
No, I agree.
Ever.
Agree.
Ever.
Agree. 100%.
I mean, watch the Lolcow live when they're laughing at him, like, bro, this is what you got? Like, you just look, he just looks like a loser. Like, he just wants to fit in. That's what it looks like to me. Like, and I don't like that. Like, get a point to hate him. Like, that's what I mean by this blind hate. I can't be like that. If you have a reason, go for it.
Exactly.
Hate on him all day long, and if it's funny, I'll laugh with you.
Yeah, exactly.
But don't just be like, you hear something. Oh, he'll make a big deal out of nothing. Like, oh, Rich just blocked the guy on Twitter. Okay.
Thank you.
And like what?
Yeah, it's stupid. I agree 100%. And listen, I don't hate Rich. Okay, I don't hate him. I don't even hate Jay. I wish them the best. I hope that they both are cool, but they need to let it fucking go. They need to let all of it fucking go. Now, 8-Bit Eric, he can make whatever content that he wants, and he will make whatever content that he wants, but he, again, jumps on that hate, bandwagon, the hate train bandwagon, because people are talking about Rich again or whatever. It's ridiculous. It's stupid.
Yeah.
I agree.
Oh, you don't understand. Listen, there's been times where, like, when the messages of from Facebook came out, like, I want to do my 8-Bit Eric used to be a part of Tipster's community. Oh, that's why his voice is like that. Oh, it's probably because of Tipsters. The Tipster influence that made him sound like a female. I didn't know that. It's crazy. So yeah, when the Facebook messages came out, because I wanted to give I got to get the context for to bring it back to the stream to talk about it. So I hit him up. I hit Rich. I'm like, yo, did you send these messages? These are fake. And he denied it to me at first. He was like, I didn't send these. I'm like, he's like, what Facebook messages? I didn't do that. So I sent them to him. And he was like, oh yeah, I did that. I'm like, okay, cool. So then I brought that and talked about it. And then just recently, I messaged him live, and I was like, I'm gonna find out why he backed out of doing this interview with Phil. That's what it was supposed to be. It was an interview with Phil he was supposed to do, because he said he was gonna do it, and then he backed out of it. So I'm like, why did you back out of the interview with Phil? I guess he was talking about something or leaking the DMs that he had with somebody. I think it might have been Phil. I'm not sure, but my name popped up in there, and this dude blew my Twitter up. Thought he got me on something. It was like, oh yeah, Sly's talking to him, this, that. How can you talk about anybody else if you're talking to Rick? I'm like, you idiot. I did this live, first of all. And second of all, because he had this one, he was making a whole story up of the rest of the DM. So I sent him, it was 2 lines that he didn't even respond to. And I'm like, this is what you're making a big deal of. And he walked it all back, of course. But these people, that's what I mean by they don't like Rich. So if you say anything to him, that's just you're a public enemy. Now, it's not that big of a deal. I'm not a troll, so I don't follow these rules of you can't. I'll talk to Phil right now. I'll talk to anybody. Everyone knows I'll talk to whatever. I'm not a troll that I follow these rules that you can't interact with these people. How do you get the information then?
Right.
I'm not one of them. Right. If you want information, do you want this? I gotta talk. I gotta interact with them to get it. I'm not gonna change my stance or whatever. I still keep the same energy regardless. I just want to know the truth of it before I go live on it, instead of just always speculation or just lying. Kino Casino's funny, but they don't be telling the truth. They lie a lot, and I get it because that fits for them, but I don't want to be up there just saying lies. If I get something wrong, and I'll correct it, but just knowing that what you're saying is not true and just saying it is I don't want to be that person.
Well, Well, no,
I don't want to be that person.
I agree. Yeah, no, I agree. I don't want to do that either. But I think so let me ask you this with Kino Casino, okay? Yeah. What did you think of the interview that they did with Phil?
Well, I thought it was going to be a lot different than it was. I thought they were going to grill him for real. I didn't know they were planning on sucking him off for 2.5 hours, 3 hours. I didn't expect that. But you know, to make him feel like the fat girl in school is pretty for a day, the prom queen, I guess it was funny. But then now it's like it kind of got old. Like it's just old. This whole new shtick he's doing of he's the greatest of all time.
Yeah.
Like if he stayed humble, would probably have been a better option. But when you give a loser money, I mean, they're gonna act.
Phil humble? What? Like what? What? That's not. Yeah. No, that's not possible. I'm sorry. It's just Phil stay humble or no. Yeah.
No, I know you would think so. Like you've been begging and doing all this. Now you have that. Now you have that opportunity to make money. I figured you would, like normal people, would be like, I'm appreciative of this, and you wouldn't ramp up the actions that led to all the trolling. And he's just doing it extra. Well, Kino Casino does it, so it's okay for me. But now it is turned into like he is like infatuated with them.
Yep.
There's messages out there where he's calling Andy his soulmate, his gaming soulmate. I saw that. And I know he's busy. Huh?
I saw that. I have the tweet that you.
He's turned into the fat girl in school that they dialed up, the popular girls dialed up for the night, to now he's got the like single white female vibe. All right, he's gonna assume Andy Worski's like identity, I think. No. And then end up killing him to be next to PPP. I think. I think that's why.
Oh God. Well, I agree. No, I think that I think that also with him like going over like doing the poker chip now on for fucking that oh my God, don't even get me started.
Cringiest thing in the world.
It is.
And he gives these like he just gave advice on Rich, you know, I forgot, it was like so ridiculous. It's like, bro, you don't even follow these rules. Oh, don't respond to the people that say something, because that whole Betty Boop or whatever her name is, the mistress or whatever. He's like, if that girl did that, you shouldn't respond. You shouldn't respond to anybody that has criticism. Phil, you're telling him that, bro? You respond to everything.
Exactly.
Everything under the sun, you respond to everything, and you're telling him, "Oh yeah, I learned from my mistakes. I won't. Ignore the trolls. I don't respond." What are you talking about?
Exactly.
Didn't you just respond to somebody? You've been talking about duty ever since you found out how much money he made.
Right.
You've been nonstop talking about him. It's the only reason you're talking to him. Talking about him.
I agree. You ain't one to talk. No, I agree. I 100% agree. I think the Phil is a fucking hypocrite. He's 100% a hypocrite. So Kristen Ark just said something. King, tell KHuck how much you hate the group chat with me and Leon at this point.
Oh my God. I don't hate the group chat. I love it. And I'm letting you know right now that I have the inside scoop that they might make the best podcast of all time just by the interactions in this group chat. I'm telling you.
Leon?
They have been holding up. And I'm going to be honest, and I'm going to be real with you right now. It's totally 100% Chris's fault. All right, that's why you don't have the podcast. That's why you don't have the podcast. Yeah, you see him right now. That's totally Chris's fault. Leon has been asking, "When are we gonna do this? When are we gonna do this? When are we gonna do this?" And he's just like, "Oh well, I'm out here and there. I'm in this different state. I'm in Kentucky. I'm under a bridge." Like he's everywhere, and he won't do it. I'm telling you, it's totally Chris doing it. It's totally Chris holding this up. And I'm telling you, if you watch it. And I'm just watching Reaper. I just watch it. I'm telling you right now. I interact sometimes, but I'm telling you, the fights they be having are incredible, and it would be great on camera.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
I bet. Oh no, I know.
Like,
I know.
Chris would say one thing small, something, and Leon would just kill him. Like it would be like it's wild. It's funny
That's
though.
what they do. That's
it's
what
funny.
they do. Yes. No,
I'm
it's
telling
hysterical.
you're missing out. It could possibly be the best podcast in the world if it happens.
I would definitely watch that. Absolutely. Well, not only that, but I love Chris, and obviously he's a good dude and whatnot. But I would totally watch that. Absolutely. The back and forth that him and Leon have is amazing. It's great, and
I get to see the word version, and it's great.
Oh,
I'm
my
looking at it right now.
God.
27 messages in it right now. I didn't read any of it.
Oh,
See, this is
Jesus
all going in, and it'll be like 55 because it'll just go back and forth. It's the best. It's the best. Yeah, so bug Chris because Leon's ready. Just bug Chris if you want to see it. I'm telling you, it's all on Chris. He's outside.
Chris.
He moves around.
Yeah,
I be
Chris.
staying in the city, and Chris be leaving all the time.
Oh yeah, you're also from Buffalo too. Is that right?
Yep.
Nice.
Yep.
Nice.
I am from Buffalo too.
Gotcha.
Still here.
Still here. Were you born
Still
and raised
here.
there? Were you born and raised?
I've been here. Yeah, I'm born and raised.
Gotcha.
We're the Buffalo Bulls. That's us. Me and Chris. And Keem. And Keemstar.
And Keem. Yes. And Keem.
Yeah, I got to be the third seed to stop them from killing each other because they be getting aggressive. I ain't going front. They be going at it. Sometimes it's wild. It's just
I believe
wild.
it. No, with the
I'm telling you, nuclear. It would be.
Oh yeah, 100%. Oh yeah. No, I oh god, I would watch the hell out of that. Especially with how they go back and forth just on Chris's streams alone. Are you kidding me?
Mm-hmm.
That's content right there. It's hilarious. It's freaking hysterical. Want to know
It's
why
the
what,
greatest.
Leon? Want to know why what? Why the podcast hasn't started?
Yeah.
What are you doing, Leon? Or why?
You want to know why it won't happen? It's because of Chris. I'm telling you, because Chris and Sly started messaging at 3 in the morning. Yo, I'm outside, bro. I gotta go to work. I told you.
Is that true?
I'll be reading them late, and I said something. I said, and yeah, he'd be like, "You're too early." That's what he always says, too early. And it'd be wild too. Like it would be like 4:30 in the morning. Yo, Jar just raped somebody. It's wild. Like sometimes it'd be wild craziness real early too.
Oh,
Great. I mean, sorry. I apologize.
Okay.
I apologize.
Oh, this is great. Oh, this is hilarious. Yeah, I know. I love it. I love it. Well, Chris, Leon, and Sly, get on it.
Mm-hmm.
Make it happen.
I told him I want to be a guest. I got to be a guest.
No,
I gotta be a
the
guest.
third seat. You gotta be the third seat.
Oh, that's too much. They need to hold that down. I'll tune in, but I'll just keep reading the word version. I'll be a guest.
Is that too much crazy?
That needs to be them. That needs to be Ebony and Ivory. I don't need me.
Oh, that's hilarious. Oh my god. Oh, too fucking funny.
Yeah, and I would have way too many podcasts at that point. We would have like an issue. That's too much.
Yeah, fair. Yeah, because you have your podcast that you're still doing. What's the name of that again? I'm sorry.
I got two of them. I do the Low Lifes on Tuesday.
Low Lifes. Okay. Mm-hmm.
Low Lifes, yeah, Buffalo. We're both from that, so yeah, Buffalo are the Low Lifes, and then I do another one for Critical Shogun. What's popping? I do also a battle rap one called Let's Chop This Fable.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what channels are those on so I can have my mods link that?
No, you don't have to worry about that. Don't worry about that. It's all
sure?
good. Don't. Yeah, nah.
I
it's
have
good.
no
It's
issue
good. If you know, you know. It's not important. It's fine. No, that's fine. I don't. Yeah, I don't like to. I don't like to do all that. Yeah, I don't want to.
That's okay.
Nothing wrong. I don't know. I don't like to do the whole promo thing. You know, I'm not that great at it.
I do it all the time. It's what we do here. It's okay.
I don't know. I don't know. I just, you know.
You're the guest. That's what we do here. We promote you and we do all the things. Yeah, exactly.
Well, it's okay. It's a Low Life TV. That's what it's at. It's at Low Life TV.
Okay. All right.
It's at I'll type it in there. That's that one. And then
okay. There you go, Chad.
that's the ads for you. There you go. That's both of them. The No Mercy TV one, that's on that's the battle rap one, but the other ones, that's me and my friend.
Very nice. Very cool.
Me and my dog. Cool. Yep.
Well, so on your main channel though, how long? So you've been doing that now for, you said like a little over a year, give or take. Is that right?
I think yeah. Was it 2? Is it 2 years or a year? I think it might be 2 now.
Well, because I went back actually yesterday when my internet was out. Dang it. And I was able to look at some things, not all of the things, unfortunately. But
2.
I was looking
Yep.
back. Has it been 2? Okay. I was looking back and I saw the the interview that she did with Wings 007.
Yeah. Yeah, 007. 007. Yep.
So
I remember that. Yep. That
so
was a
there
wild
a
one.
bit
That
of
was when I
drama.
started too.
There was a bit of, so you were talking with him and this other guy, Sam or something, about them
Sam
supposedly
Swamp. Yep.
being the same person or something like that.
Yeah, okay. So this is how it started. That's when I was just starting, and I was watching something that they were trying to expose this apparent deal
Yes,
that Wings
yes.
007 had with Wings of Redemption.
Yes.
And I remember hearing about this deal, but I never knew what it was about. So I'm watching whatever I'm watching, and then he just kind of like showed up. And I've never talked to him and never interacted. Now I talk to him all the time, but before I didn't ever talk to him. So he just popped up and he was like, "Oh, I'll get in the call or whatever." So we started talking about it, and then they were accusing Sam Swamp and like I think it was Gulag Kingpin and Reaper. Who was it? I think it was Wing Tings. That's who it was. It was Wing Tings.
Yes.
They were saying that they were the same. So then I was like, all right, let's just prove that they're not the same. So we had one be quiet and the other one speak, I believe. And then like I forgot, it was a long time ago, so I had to go back. But I think I was like, all right, you mute your mic and then you start talking, and you started talking and you started talking to try to figure this out. So to like I'll be the same person. So then we ended up, I know, right? 4 years, it's been a while. So then we ended up, it was like, all right, they're separate because I talked to them. No, I mean, they're not even like the same. They're definitely 2 different people.
Yeah.
But at the time, I didn't know. So I was just trying to prove it. So yeah, that was wild. That was a wild one. Because then even afterwards, they were blowing up my Twitter. Like, you don't understand. 007 and Sam Swamp are the same person. They were actually in the same room. I'm like, oh God. He's like, you can hear it in the background if you listen carefully. So I'm like, for a second, I'm like, wait, really? So I go back and listen. I'm like, what am I doing? This is not true. This is not true. But at the time, I didn't know. I'm just following suit. So I'm like, okay, maybe they are. So I go back and I'm like, no, this is dumb. But yeah, that was one of them. That was one of the first ones I did.
The first time I heard of, well, not just Wings in general, but of 007, because he's been around for a very, very long time. The first time that I heard of him was actually through a Rich stream, when he had Wings on. And this was when Wings was getting banned from like Twitch and all that, and departnered and whatnot for the trolling that was going on. And that's when I first heard of Wings, was around that time frame, was from a Rich stream. And
I remember that. Chris was on that one.
Chris was there. Yep, Chris and Gamer from
That was the first time I heard Chris. I think that was the first time I heard Chris. Or no. I think that was the Keemstar show was the first time I ever heard of Chris.
Oh, really?
And then I heard him on,
Okay.
That was the first time I heard, because I'm like, they were always getting at Chris. I'm like, who is Chris, man? Who is this dude? They keep bombing on Chris.
By the way, Chris is live right now, and you're never going to believe what the name of that stream is right now. Take a guess. Just look.
Leon can't cook, or Leon.
No.
Let me see what it is.
No.
Salt and pepper. Salt and pepper. Salt and pepper.
Jesus.
There it is. Ebony and Ivory, salt and pepper. I love it. That's why he was saying get in the call. Okay.
Yeah.
Chris.
Oh, thank you, Cool Anime Girls, for 5. Money to help make Mr. Huck streams of 3D print merch come true. Thank you. Thank you, Cool Anime Girls. I appreciate it. Thank you. Yes, my husband is doing 3D printing. He figured out 3D printing. That's where that came from. Tell me your husband's a nerd without telling me your husband's a nerd. That one.
You're not wrong. If I could 3D print, I'd 3D print.
Oh yeah, no, he figured we have like a resin printer that we've had for a while that we made like, yes, we are nerds. Leave me alone. We made our D&D characters with, right? Like those little figures, you know what I mean? And he has that, but that, unfortunately, from what I understand, is not working at the moment. So he decided to step up his game, and now he has a 3D printer that I'm looking at right now.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Shouts out to Huck.
Yes.
Mr. Huck.
Mr.
Man,
Huck.
shout out to you. Shouts out to you.
Yes.
Yeah, so that one with when Wings 007, because I remember Rich wanted to get Wings 007 to go on and Wings was not having it. Because every time Wings would talk to 007, it would end bad. But it was funny, but it would end bad. Every time. Except the Lolcow Live was the first time. But then you had Keem in there to try to mitigate it and say the weird things he was. Huh?
So, speaking of Lolcow, let's talk about that for briefly, because I have a couple of other questions too. But let's talk about Lolcow for briefly.
All right.
How do you think the show has been without Tommy?
Oh, I don't like it at all. I watch it, but I don't like it. I think it's like I've always said, it's Keem trying to okay, because Keem, as much as he wants to cope and say, "Oh, it's over," Keem has always been jealous of H3.
Yes.
Why? He's always been jealous. He wants that viewership. He wants to be H3. He tried with the Keemstar show. I can make a better H3 podcast than H3. It's not just the podcast. It's the people that follow him, and you don't have it. Regardless, Salvo and you, it was funny in the beginning until Salvo. But it was funny in the beginning.
Yes.
Yeah, until he was disgusting degen. But it was funny in the beginning, but it never compared to it. But now you have this. You have the Lolcows that like try whatever. So in the beginning, it was whatever. It was funny. But I think after it was around the time Tommy left, was the cancer thing. It was just like, all right, now it's not like that was crazy.
It was right before.
And then when you brought him back and then you got rid of Tommy, now it's just like y'all is just doing stunts all day. Like, watch him pick up trash, watch him shoot a marshmallow into his mouth, watch him do a payment, like anything. It's not the content. You see, H3 doesn't have to do this. They don't have to put a loser on live and tell him to fake cancer for views.
Right.
They just show up and talk about topics, the same thing that you wanted to do, but you can't. And I just think it's like a gimmick. I don't know. It's just not interesting. Like here and there, we'll tune in, but it's not like I'm looking forward to it. It's not like it's the greatest show of all time. Like if the title's something like something that we can react to, maybe we'll take a look. I'll tune in here and there, but it's not here and there. I shouldn't have said that. It's just, I don't know. It's just weird. It's not a good show. It's really not a good one.
Well, here's my thing with it though, right? Is that with Lolcow itself, yes, was I all for it because obviously Tommy was a part of it. I'm a big fan of Tommy. And was I all for it because of Tommy being on there? Absolutely. And I was supporting him, and I do support Wings. I like Wings. I do. I can't help it. I do. I like Wings. Boogie's a piece of shit.
Wings is pathetic, but I feel it.
But I like him though.
He's pathetic.
I know.
He's a pathetic excuse for a man. I'm sorry. I can't. I get you liking him though. I don't care, but I'm just saying I can't get down with that guy. He needs to man up.
I agree, but I don't know. I just got a soft spot for him. Boogie's a piece of shit. I can't stand Boogie.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, me either. I'm with you on that one.
No.
I really can't stand him.
No. Now
he's fake. He makes everything fake.
No, I agree. But now Keem I don't necessarily mind. Keem is okay to me. I don't hate him. I don't hate a lot of people. I can't hate. That's just not within me to do. I don't hate people. Keem, he makes me frustrated with his actions sometimes because of what he does. But then again, he is an entertainer, and he's been doing this for God knows how long. So yeah, you got to give him credit where credit is due. He infuriated me with the whole thing with Tommy. That's what my thing was. And I do catch them every so often when they were somebody that you've also covered, Mr. Based.
Oh, that's my new favorite. I love Josh Block. Oh well, yeah, Josh Block and Mr. Bass. I don't like, but I like Josh Block. I like him.
Yeah. Well, how long have you been covering them, or Josh in general?
I just started learning about it. I literally, like, maybe this month, in the beginning of this month, is the first time I ever heard of him. And
Gotcha.
Nick Nobody, shout out to you. He put me on to he would post clips of him, and I thought it was so funny because I remember back in the day. Like, we tried to watch a World of T-Shirts video, and I shut it off because it was so boring. Like, nothing was happening, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden, he started, like, freaking out. I would see little clips of him. And then all of a sudden, I was, like, laughing at him, like him going crazy or whatever. And then that dude that mimics his voice just had me crying. So now I pay attention to everything. And Nick Nobody would post a lot of them, so I'd hit him up and be like, yo, man, where'd you get this clip, that clip? And then he would be like, oh, I found this and it. Yeah. So I watch him all the time. Now he's one of the best.
Well, he came on my radar. Actually, well, Mr. Bass and Josh, actually, the both of them. They both came on my radar when Mr. Bass assaulted the documentarian. Did you see this by any chance?
No.
Okay. Here we go. All right, story time. Here we go. Mr. Bass came on my radar. I was told about this through two people within, well, not just my community, but the community in general. One of them is, her name is Shanry the Sheep, and the other one is Purple Paw Prints. Purple Paw Prints, and both of them are friends of the channel. One of our good friends. They're great women, great ladies. And they told me about him. They told me about Mr. Bass. And I'm like, oh, who is this guy? Like, I had no idea who he was, nothing, right? And then they would send me like different videos of him, of like what he was doing on streams and things like that, and what he was doing with Josh and all of this other stuff. And I'm like, oh my God, like this guy is nuts. Well,
yeah, he's a demon. Yeah, they were telling
100%.
me he like killed
yes,
like
he
killed somebody. He pimp and he's kind of like a huge scumbag and is totally using them
100%.
like for money.
Well, allegedly, he allegedly is accused of murder. He was never like charged with it that I know of, and that I've or whatever. But yeah, he is accused of murdering somebody. Yes, that has happened. Yes, but
weird.
The documentarian that covered him, his name is Alex Novell. And he is currently working on a documentary of Mr. Bass and Josh, and because they both live in New York. They met up one day, like I think this happened like late August, early September, and Alex and Mr. Bass had a I'm trying to think of what it's called. You know the stand that you put a camera on? I can't think of the name of it. He had one of those in his hand, and he slapped Alex across the face with it, broke his nose. Assaulted him.
The one that holds it still, like a gyro? What's it called?
It's like
a gyroscope?
A tripod. Thank you. He had
that's what
one of those camera tripods, and
Tripod. Gimbal. That's what I was trying to think of. Yeah, okay. Keep going, my bad.
No, you're fine. You're good. He had a camera tripod in his hand, and he smacked Alex right across the face with it. Assaulted him right there in the middle of the street. Yep.
Yeah, he's a weirdo. I really don't like that Mr. Bass dude.
I do not either. I do not. Now, we've talked to Alex. We've had the opportunity to talk to Alex. He's been on here before. And he was telling us all about what he's working on and all that, and how he's still working on the documentary, and he's still going to go through it. He's still going to do it. So I got to give him credit.
Hey, man, more power to him. I'll definitely watch it. Anything with the blocks there, I'm watching.
Yeah. I don't know when it will. I haven't had a chance to follow up with it here as of late because things have just been nuts. But yeah, it should be hopefully here soon-ish, if not maybe the beginning of the year, I think. He didn't really give a time frame because, again, he's still working on it. But yeah, so anyway, but yeah, that's an interesting story there, isn't it?
Yeah, I like that. He's wild. So he took a close up with the tripod. Something gone wrong with the tripod. Facts. Yeah. There's just so many interesting characters that I like to learn about. Yeah. This like the most interesting I think is not the most interesting, but the newest is this whole JustARobot situation is like very, very, very wild. It took me like what happened, like how I learned about it was Chris. He mentioned something. Oh no, I'm tripping. He was live, right? I was at work and he was live, and I tuned into his live while I was working because I needed something to listen to, and they were reading out DMs or whatever, and this whole doc and the words that they were saying, I'm like, oh my god, this is so freaky what he's talking about. So I'm like, what is all this, right? So I told him, I'm like, yo, send me what you were reading. And he's like, why would you want to read that? I'm like, I need to know what it is. I need to talk about it. So I was like, I'm going to go live and talk about it. So as soon as I did that, I searched up something and I'm like, I don't know any of these people. I don't know anything. I'm like, I'm going to talk about this. But then I went live and I'm like, I can't talk about this. I need like 2 days. I need a couple of days to figure out what the story behind all this is. Like, I don't know any of the context to even talk about this. Right. So like for the next 2 days, I just was watching everything about it. I wrote this huge docket up, like, so I can talk about it for like, I think it was like 2 days I was going live, and I broke that whole thing down. I didn't know about this art community. I didn't know that they were wild.
Bro.
So I didn't know any of that. So I like this whole Cinnabear situation was disgusting. Then the JustARobot's hitting on the girl, and I'm like, wait a minute, you're supposed to. Why are you defending a girl that admitted to this? What are we doing here? Like,
thank you.
Why? She said yes, I did it. Then walked it back because a big YouTuber also is sitting here trying to defend her. But the only reason you're trying to defend is because he wants to get with you.
Exactly.
How are you going to tell a girl?
Yeah.
How are you going to tell a girl that just told you that she groomed somebody? Hey, you want to see my cock? What?
Thank you.
That's what you think you should.
Thank you.
What?
Thank you. No,
what
I
are
agree.
we doing? What kind of world are we living in? Like, that's some.
Oh, bro.
That is. You know what it reminded me of? If Edwin Generations was a robot, that's what it reminded me of. Only him and JustARobot are the only two people I know that when you're supposed to be helping somebody, you end up hitting on. That's the only two people in the world.
Oh my god. I legitimately said that the other night.
Not for real. You know how many times, Edwin, you're helping girls that are saying I was assaulted, I was this, and you're sexting them too. What is with y'all?
Oh my god.
Do you know I'm not knowing nothing about this game? You're not supposed to. You're not supposed to mess with the people you're supposed to.
I legit said that the other night. I legit said that the other night. That
it's wild. Yeah, that's what it reminded me of. But JustARobot is wild. Like the things he was saying was crazy, and there was like. And listen to him talk. It's always with the voices with me. If you don't talk correct, I'm probably not gonna let you go. I'm gonna let you know right now. That's the main thing. How you sound is how much I'm gonna pay attention to you. If you sound too weird, I'm on you. Right. I'm on you.
Right.
I'm never letting it go. And he sounds super duper autistic the way he talks.
100%.
Oh, 100%. I was on, and now I pay attention to everything, and it just keeps getting worse and worse and worse.
Well, the whole Kumo stuff too. The whole Kumo stuff with him too just was insane as well. Like, oh my god, all of it is just crazy. All of it. Now, obviously, this isn't anything new. You know, coming out of the art the art commentary community is a whole nother fucking ball game. Whole nother ball game. There are so many different stories that I'm sure that Chris has told you about that has came out of that community.
Told
like
me a couple of them.
Leo
I can't even Convoy?
Yeah.
Or Conroy or something.
Convoy.
Is that one of them?
Mm-hmm. Leo Convoy.
Yeah, he was telling me about her, and I was like, oh, maybe I'll talk about him next. He was like,
Doodle Tones?
Nah, you're a little late on that one. You might as well leave that alone.
Did you hear about Doodle Tones? Doodle Tones is another one.
No, I didn't.
Oh god, Doodle Tones, Lovely Coyote, I think that's his name. Oh gosh, there's so many. Shit. There's a whole bunch of different names out there that have
Reaper, you hear that? We might have to go down the ACC roll.
We might
have to tap in.
Well, Ponder. Thank you, Top Tomato. Ponder, Hopeless
Ponder
Peaches.
is one of those people he mentioned. Was Ponder the one that he said that if I was Ponder, I would have just... Is that the guy that got caught with the 14-year-old girl, Prawn or whatever? Or is that Spockter? I remember Jai was talking about somebody who was like, oh, he was a punk. If it was me, I would have been like, yeah, I looked at an image of an underage child, but it's like, whatever. Or something like when he was talking to Cindy Bear in the call. What? I couldn't believe. I'm like, wait, what? What are you talking about? He's a what? What is going on?
I think that might have been I honestly don't know. I think that might have been Spockter. I don't know.
What is with these people? Are they all like pedophiles or something?
I can't keep them all straight. There's so much to this. Like, seriously.
I it was a girl that did this.
Ponder is a woman. Yes, Ponder is a woman.
Oh my God! Are they all girls? Like, is this where the freak girls go to like?
Pretty much.
Ruin out. Like, this is wild.
It is. Dude. It's insane. I can't even begin to tell you how crazy all of that is. I can't, because I myself kind of followed it a little bit when it was first coming up, when the whole Lyle Convoy and Hopeless Peaches thing was going on. That was a whole nother ball game in and of itself. I can't even begin to describe that to you, because there's so much.
Creepshow art was definitely loserish. Yeah, that one was just like, she really obsessed over that girl. That was kind of weird.
Now, Creepshow art was before my time. That was right before my time. So I know of what people have said about her and what has been covered about her, like, in the past, but I don't know, like, the full lore with her. That's something that I really have to get into at some point, if I can, but apparently I can't because her channel's deleted.
Yeah, if I remember, it was a while ago. If I remember, I swear, I think she like obsessed over this one girl. Like, they really tried to, like, her and her husband tried to like ruin her life. Emily, if I'm not mistaken.
Emily
like
something?
They
Emily
were really,
and
she was filthy, I think, or was that somebody else? Am I mixing two? Yeah, Creepshow art.
Artful.
Artful. That's what it was. I knew, because they were really like terrorizing this girl. I think they pretended to be someone like a friend, but then I forgot what it was. A long time ago.
Yeah, that much I know.
But I do remember they terrorized that girl. I do remember that. Her and her husband, Creepshow Art's husband, was definitely terrorizing that girl. I do remember that a little bit. But that was before I even.
Yeah, that was before me too. That was all way before me. How I came
was Emily Artful was stalked by Shannon, but Shannon's Creepshow, right?
Yes, Shannon is.
Is that her name?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Emily Artful was
all right.
Shannon is Creepshow. Yes, but
it was like a decade. I think she did this for, or something like. It was crazy long. Was it like 10 years she did this to this girl? Like I think it was a long time she stalked this girl. It was a long time.
Oh, Jesus. Again, like I said, I know like bits and pieces of it. I don't know the full lore with it because, again, like I said, it was before my time. So how I came into, you're going to laugh at me, but and I can ask you this though too, I guess. How I came into commentary was, Salvo.
Ooh, what a time to be alive was the Salvo arc. Listen, that Salvo thing got me through such a terrible time. Not like in my life. It was just at that time. Was a huge snowstorm and I had to shovel for so long. So when I'm listening to like that show, right? Remember the Keemstar show around that time, he was complaining that Chris didn't show up and Salvo didn't show up, and I'm outside digging out my crib because it was 6 feet of snow, listening to this call, right? And I'm like, wait a minute, Chris couldn't have made it through here. That's how I found out Chris was from the town. Like, I didn't know that. And he was like, he's from Buffalo. He could have. Bro, it was 6 feet of snow. There was no way. You couldn't drive. You couldn't move. You couldn't do nothing. Like, you can't operate in 6 feet of snow. What are you talking about? So I'm sitting here shoving. What is he talking? Just sitting outside. So all that was going on, and so that was happening. And then I liked Salvo, right? I thought he was funny, and it was such a change from what I was seeing in the commentary community. Like everyone else is like, they either want to be Augie or they either want to be Nick, and they all repeat the same words. They all talk the same. If one of them learn a new word, they all start using it, and everything was like the same. Then Salvo came in here and was wilding out and like acting crazy. So I'm like, oh, and he's normal. He's not like a loser, incelish kind of I hate women meme. Like he was way different. So I thought he was gonna kill the game. So I was rooting for him. I was rooting for him. I was with him all the way. And then he started bombing on tips that I thought was funny. Then he got lyrics involved. That's when he started around that time, which he's the only one that, I don't know if I should say this, whatever, has like dodged this lolly thing. I don't know how he did it. I don't know. At the time, Top Tomato, I thought he was a normal, like life wise, like he was wild. Yeah, Fireball was crazy. He's the only one that dodged these lolly accusations. I've never seen someone make it out alive before. I've never seen that.
Sly.
So I don't even
give
know.
Me 1 second, sir.
I don't know how he still has an audience.
Fix something
Anybody else gets grinded up. Somehow he could just make it through. So whatever. But shout out to you. I don't know. But yeah, so when he was doing that, I thought it was funny. But then.
Okay, hold on. I'm sorry.
Piss licking.
My headphones are messing up on me. Hold on. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
Okay. Actually, hold on. Give me 1 second. Let me switch out my headphones. I'll be right back.
All right. Yeah, Top Tomato. Listen, I thought at the time he was gonna be like a normal person, not like the I'ma be an in. Fresh air, but then he.
There you go. Who?
Then he lost.
Salvo? Oh yeah, Salvo. Yeah, no, I know.
Yeah. Then he started. Then he turned into a DGen in the Discord DGen, like the worst.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think
got autistics, drinking pee.
How he did all of the shit that he got away with, and or he thought that he was gonna get away with, and all of that, and how he thought that he was just like, oh yeah, this is normal, and how he owned up to it, and what he did not only to Xylee, but what he did to Chris, what he did to Nicholas DiOrio, what he did to pretty much anybody and everybody, especially Chris and Xylee, the both of them together, and what he, bro, no.
Yeah, Xylee grinded that whole team up. That was a dope stream. I remember that.
Oh, that was fucking hysterical.
It was great. It was great.
That was right around the time that I actually started watching her, was when all of that was going on. You know what? No, yeah, it was around that time frame when all of that was going on, yeah.
First time I heard Xylee was when she had a huge meltdown that I still want to, I cannot find that stream anywhere. She was losing it about the rules. I remember it like it was like she was screaming her head off. You guys make the rule. Like she was losing it, right? That was a great one. That was a great one. And then I also liked the one. That was a classic. And I also liked the one when what's that schizophrenic girl? Jessica Pizzle was like crying. I like that one too.
You leave my Pizzle alone. I love Pizzle.
No, I'm not saying that wrong. I'm just saying that one that she was crying and all that over the money of fight.
Yeah, that was the same. Yeah, that was the same one. That was the same.
That was funny. Yeah. That was classic. That was classic.
When she accused, when she accused Matt Pitt of making her cry. Yeah, that's stream. That's a great one. Oh, yeah, that's how I came into commentary. There you go. Was because of all this nonsense. But I'd say that Tipster was one of the first people that I actually started watching. I'd say that was around that time frame, like shortly before that. And then all of that happened. Yeah, that was fun.
Tipster, that was great. That whole thing was great. I like how he's like, he's stacking up his little couple dubs, because of the Bo Blacks thing. But no, we're not gonna just I'm never gonna just black out the fact that you were just okay with Keffels just brainwashing 10-year-olds to change their gender. I'm never not gonna forget that. And you don't just get to go through this unscathed because Bo Blacks ended up losing.
No, I agree.
We're not just gonna forget all that. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna just let that slide.
Oh no, absolutely not. No.
Yeah. No. But it's cool though. You looking good. You look good. You look cool saying it. But I'm never until you say she did wrong. We not letting it slide.
No, I agree 100%. No, here's the thing, right? Is that yes, was it cool to have him come back to talk to Tommy? He's talked to Tommy. He talked to Augie, yeah, he talked to Tommy and Augie, and I can't remember who else he talked to. Oh, yes, and he did talk to Bo Blacks. Yes, is he allowed back in the house? Hell no. No. Not after all the bullshit that he did with Keffels and whatnot. I agree.
Keffels, all that.
No,
you don't get that unless you come out and completely disavow everything and
that
say
Keffels
like, listen,
did? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, what Keffels did, and really admit that what she's doing is dangerous. Like that what's his name? Some Ordinary Gamer Keffels video really opened my eyes to everything Keffels did. I mean the scamming I knew of, but to see the text with like her joking around with, I stole your money for drugs is why, and if you found out, you would know a little. Like that's not funny.
No.
That and what you're doing with minors, like all of that. Nah, you don't get allowed back in unless you are really about to grind them up. That's the only way you're back in that crib.
Well, even then, though, I don't know. Even then, I'd say that that's a bit iffy.
They're never gonna he's never gonna go back in because it would never happen. He'll never do that. He'll never do that. He loves that girl. He still loves that girl.
I mean, listen,
he just was telling Bo Blacks. He was like, "Look at her, she's still my friend." Okay, well.
Well, I mean, and that's all well and good. You can still be friends with her. No.
Well,
hold on. No one was saying that he couldn't be friends with her. What his problem was, for me personally, at least from my point of view, was that he was getting mad at people going after her, especially Bo Blacks, when he was trying to white knight for her at the time. You know, or still is, I guess, or was doing it even more than what he already was. But you listen, you can be friends with whoever you want to be friends with, right? I'm friends with some people that some people don't like, and I know some people within the sphere are friends with people that I don't like or I'm not very fond of. It happens. But his behavior with everything that happened with Keffels, with white knighting her and not even remotely calling her out for the bullshit that she did, that's the problem. That's the problem.
Yeah, no, I'm with you on that. Because you were very you even said that you believe she scammed the money.
I do.
But then when you became friends with her, you never mentioned it again.
Yep.
Then you see what she's doing. I know you saw that video that came out about her, and you just refuse to say anything about it. And that's just like I can't rock with that ever.
No.
What was the most infuriating interaction you had during a one-on-one dialogue with? Who I had it? Who me personally?
Yes.
Oh my God! It's got to be Raven's Dolphin.
Who? I'm sorry.
It's got to be Raven's Dolphin. If I had to say, it's got to be Raven. Yes, yeah, it's got to be right. It's got to be Raven. All right, so lore. Raven's Dolphin was a detractor DSP.
Mm-hmm.
He was an old-time detractor, and everyone knew about him. And something he's funny enough, it comes around though. He decided to pick a fight with 007 and the Wings Trolls, which is a very dumb decision to ever make because they are really. He's definitely a Vosh style guy. He is like 007, the Wings and all that. They're demons. They're gonna go for real. They're gonna go to a level you are not ready to go to. They're gonna dig up everything. They're gonna find everything out. And then they found out that he was into Lolly. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I found out, they told me he was into Lolly, and I saw it, and I'm like, whoa, we need to something needs to be said about this. So I went live and talked about it. I brought him on, and we had this conversation. And that was probably the most infuriating, because he just, like, he would admit it, but then he would like act nonchalant about it and then give me attitude about it and this, that, and the third. So that whole conversation was bad. So, and then afterwards it got worse, because then people tried to like get at me because I quote unquote exposed him to the world, which was still wild. Like, oh, don't talk to Sly because he did this. I can't believe what he did to Raven. It was wild. It was wild. It was a wild time.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
How long
Yeah,
ago
there's
was
still
this?
people that won't talk to me because of that Raven situation. And people really were trying. He literally admitted it, but they were mad at me about it. Yeah, I know, Top Tomato. You would think that it would be like a normal, like, wow, Sly actually opened my eyes to a guy that I thought I liked. He's actually a freak. No, it was the opposite. It was the opposite.
What?
These people are getting mad at me. Oh, yeah. I'm like outside the crib. They don't like me over it, and I don't know why. You would never. That's why I was telling Chris too. When Chris heard this, he's like, "Why would people be mad about it?" I'm like, "I have no clue. I have no clue. You would think like it's wild, bro. It's wild. Yeah, it's only a few. It's not. But it's like they are wild.
Yeah.
They were really like, people were in my DMs like, oh well, it's not really technically like lolly. It's like justify like a nuance of bro, it's a child in a sexual position. I don't care about what you want to. They were really going all flamenco on me for real.
Oh,
and
my
it was like,
God.
what are we talking about here? But then they were like, 007 made you do that. Mind you, I've talked about people doing this on the detractor side because of, like, if you do wrong, you do wrong. I've talked about these people before, like, there's one of them, like Soma Julius Cruz. He's another one, OG, but he was flagging people. I had the people he was flagging to come and talk, and they were talking like I talked about him. I've talked about another dude named Pastor, which he flipped out. That whole thing, like I've talked about these people. When it came up to this Ravens Dolphin, it's just like completely split, and it was like, oh, I can't rock with it. They're like, oh, 007 made you do that. No one can make me do anything. All right.
I was gonna say.
I talk about topics. No one's making me do anything. There was a guy liking Lolly that I talked to. I need to make sure we make this known. I'm not rocking with this, so I brought it to the front.
Right. I was gonna say, I don't.
So
see
that was
happening with you.
infuriating.
I don't see that happening. I don't see anybody having to tell you what or telling you what to do with your No, I don't see that happening. I really don't.
No, nobody can tell me what to do.
In the short amount of time that I've known of you, I and from what I've seen, no, that's a hard pass on that one. I wouldn't believe that for a second.
Yeah, no one's telling me, oh, you better talk. No, you're not about to tell me what I'm about to do. I'll talk about who I want to talk about. Yeah. I say what I want to say. I don't care. Like, that's why. And I just was like, all right, well, if you're going to be mad at me because this dude's a freak and I said something about it, okay, peace out. I'm good. I'm going to just keep going. That's it. And, like, that's it. There's a couple of people, like a Vega knows. There's a couple of people that just won't let it go. I think because they I don't know, they want to be friends with this dude, but they'll never come in and confront me about it, right?
Why would they?
Because they would have to admit that they're cool with him, and then you don't want to be outside telling people you're cool with the dude that you know likes Lolly. So that's why they will just talk about me on Discord and cry about it. Really, Jesus. Like that's pretty much it.
Well, no, that's ridiculous. Yeah. Well,
it's really cringe. Really cringe.
That's very cringe. Yeah. Why do people have to be so weird? True, Sea Monkey. That's a very good question.
I've been trying to figure it out. But that was probably the most infuriating conversation I had. The rest of them, like, they might have got a little hot, but I like the Trav one a lot. Just because I think he thought that that's a fact. I think he thought that it was because he just had the one with Rich, and he probably was like, "Oh, look at this. This dude's not gonna be able to do anything." And he really underestimated like what I was about to do, like, because he was mad. I called him a token, but you were sitting up there letting the side scrollers just disrespect you, and you were just laughing with him, bro. You look like a token, bro. Like that's what you look like.
Yeah.
So, and then the whole interaction with Rich, like Rich was screaming on him, and it was just not looking good. So then when I had said something on my stream, and then he jumped in my comments, and I'm about to not be just commenting back and forth. This was at night too. I remember I was on the treadmill. I'm not about to sit here. I don't even like texting that much. Like everybody that talks to me knows you might hit me, and they just be known. I mean, I'm not the quickest back texter ever. Like that's just not me. I mean, even when we were talking, it might take me a minute to get back to you. This is me. I'm not one. So I'm not about to be in the comments texting. I'm like, then someone told me, he's like, yo, Trav said he wanted to jump up and debate you on this. I'm like, oh, perfect. Yeah, come on. And then the rest was history. So that one was a fun one. That one was a fun one.
No, I agree.
And then we've never seen him again.
No, we haven't seen him since. Nope. Haven't seen him since. Which I find to be very funny because as soon as Rich went off on him, he's been gone ever since. Which I'm not sure why that is. We have our thoughts as to probably that could be why. But no, I remember that. I agree. I think that he was the token guy. He was absolutely. It was ridiculous. Yeah. It was,
When he was doing the tokenism thing, and he was really trying to like do the whole. It's not even what that word means. I'm like, do you really think it means like a bus token? Is that what you think that they're talking about when they call you a token?
No.
Like at that point, it was wild. The tactical game.
Listen, I may be a bit naive when it comes to certain things, and I will fully and freely admit that, but even I know what that means. Okay.
Yeah, he was being ridiculous. He was being ridiculous at that point. But that was a fun one. I just love, and that's what Token Trav, yes. I love, I just love the fight. I'm gonna be honest. I wish there was more of it. I just love to go back. Like, that's why I love the community, the commentary community, because y'all really jump in calls and start duking it out. Yep. Nobody does that. Nobody does that on this side. Like, everyone wants to be friends with everyone. Not everyone could be friends. Come fight with me. That's why I just, at least, like, let's go argue. I love it. I think it makes, like, some of the best content is, like, debates back and forth.
No,
but everyone wants to be friends. Why be friends? Like, I know it's super toxic, but I think I love it. I just like to argue. I think sometimes it's fun. It's just fun.
I agree.
But everyone's afraid to talk. Everyone's afraid to talk.
Yeah, to a degree, I guess. Yeah, that makes sense. See, with me, I just like to have conversations like what we're doing now and what I've done with Chris, what I've done with other people, having a one-on-one conversation with somebody is, can be entertaining just depending on who the guest is. Like this has been a lot of fun. This right here. This is why I love what I do with this kind of stuff, because I can have a conversation. Now, have I had my confrontations? Yes, I have. Have I looked the best in them? No. Were they fun? Sure. But you know what? And that's how, and like, depending on how you want to look at it, sure, they were fun at the time, I guess. But I don't know.
I'm doing pretty good on mine. I haven't really lost one yet. I'm doing pretty good. My record is pretty good so far. We're doing pretty good.
I wouldn't say that
I just don't give it up. I'm just never gonna let it go.
No, I wouldn't say that I've lost, but well, maybe I have. I don't know. I guess it just depends on your point of view on it. I got into like one or two blood sports every so often, and I wouldn't even call it a blood sport. But have some people said that I've won with it? Sure. I don't know. I guess it just depends on your point of view with it. But no, I understand. You want the content. You want the people to fight. You want blood sports. I understand.
Yeah, I love the blood sports. I love it. Oh my God, Catman, that was the interview. Oh Lord. Yeah, I did this interview with these people. I just was doing it to clown, but people took it way too serious. And they didn't get what they wanted out of it. So that was another time the community cried about me, because I just wanted to clown a dude that was like infatuated with Phil. And I thought it was funny just to clown him for being like so obsessed and sending him stuff. But they were like, well, you really should have gotten to the psychology of it. Shut up. Shut up. It's just a loser that was sending things to Phil. I just wanted to make fun of a little bit, okay? And they took it way too far, and they were upset about that. So I always say that's the one that haunts me, is the Dutch Brothers, it was called. But then I had another one where I talked to another dude that you said, and that was kind of funny. That one me and 007 talked to. His name's Tyler. That was a funny conversation. We call him the Shed Bull because it literally looks like he's in a closet. I thought it was a shed for the longest. That was a funny one. We had some good ones. I just like this whole situation. I like this, like just the things that we talk about, the things like this. I just love it. I love a lot of it.
Yeah.
I love doing it. Like this is a great.
No, I
and
agree.
I would like to just keep it like this and never take it too like super serious. And just keep it like that.
No,
like
I
this.
agree.
It's fun. It's fun. We have a good time. Oh yeah, Chozo, and I like beating up on randoms too. I'm sorry, and you're gonna learn. I just enjoy being toxic sometimes. All right, so there's people that are up past me. I like to call out, but then there's people below that I like to beat up on sometimes. And Chozo is one of those people I enjoy beating up on sometimes because he called me a pedophile. So
Wait,
now
what?
he's up forever. Yeah, he called me for no reason, like at all. He just said I was like a pedophile. So I will definitely never let that go.
No.
So yeah, just randomly. I mean, when I tell you there is no justification to it, he's called me a pedophile because at the time I was beefing with one of his people that he wanted to be friends with. So he thought going at me and quote unquote exposing me for nothing was going to be the way to become friends with. This is how much of a loser he is. His online friend. So he made up a live video, which he took down because I confronted him about it. I'm like, all right, well, show me how I'm a pedophile then. I played it. It's on the stream, like the call, because I recorded it or whatever. I did the whole Diorio to him. I recorded the call and released it. Yeah, I did the Diorio for real. Yeah.
I knew I liked you. I knew it. I knew I liked you.
I did the Diorio. You're not about to just get that bar off and think I'm not gonna release this. So I reacted the whole thing, and he had no, like he literally had nothing to say about it. Well, he thought because I was talking about Ravens Dolphin that it was about me or something. I forgot what he tried to spin.
What?
But I'm like, you have no, and then he ran from the call. So the private call we had, he ran away from me and blocked me.
Oh,
Yeah. So it's up and it's stuck with him. So here and there I like to cry. I like to clown him. And we have the Chozo cry that we play. Because he was crying in a call. Yeah, it's fun.
Gotcha.
It's just like, like to be a little toxic sometimes. It's okay.
You know what?
Above board.
I
Never
think
take it too far. We never touch the
True,
poo. We
yes.
never go to. We just keep it all on with words. That's it.
No, I get you. I'm 100% with you. I understand that completely. I'm just, you know what? Here's my thing with it though. In the short, like I said, I've said this before, and I think I even said it earlier. In a short amount of time that I've been doing this, I've learned that it is completely okay to just be a little bit toxic and to be just a little bit, a little bit salty or a little bit feisty or whatever you want to call it. Yes,
petty.
100%
I'm very petty.
Petty, yes.
I'm very petty.
Yes.
I own it. I own my pettiness. I'm petty. Everyone knows I'm petty. I'll hold a grudge forever. I'll hold a grudge for the rest of my life, and I'll be fine with it.
Yeah. No, well, one of the people, I don't know if you probably have covered him a little bit. Now I'll ask you this, and then I'll go to the last bit of questions because I know that we're kind of running out of time. I'm sorry. I told you we could go on forever. But the one person that I had recently was made aware of was Mr. Andy Pants Gaming.
Oh God, another side scrollers loser.
Wait, what? What?
One of these grifting losers.
Oh, grifting, yes.
That's what I mean. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I listened to his debate with what's his name, Ant-Man, and I really almost wanted to just blow my brains out on the things that he was talking about. Like, oh, there's not enough men in games. They're not masculine anymore. They're all women. Shut up. I hate this talk about people that cry about video games and girls in them. Like, these people that cry, like the pronouns. Listen, I'm not one of them. All right? I'm not one of them that I'll never do the they thing. I'm never calling one person they. My mind can't go there. I'm sorry. I'm just not doing that. I'll play the other games you want to play, but I'm that one. If I call you a she, I'm sorry. But they when I'm talking about one person, my mind's not doing that. I'm sorry, so I apologize. But I always say, you can't cancel me because I'm black. I've been oppressed way longer than y'all, so you're just going to have to accept it. I win the Oppression Olympics every time. So you can't say nothing about me. I'm sorry. I will just take it back. I apologize, but you'll never win this game. They could do it to y'all, but they can't do it to me, all right? My people been outside. I win the Oppression Olympics every time.
I
all right?
love it. I love it.
So yeah, you can't get me, baby. You can't get me. No, so I hate these people that do this. Like I've seen them cry over the black people in Grand Theft Auto 6. Shut up. And the girls, one of them, I just don't like them. So to listen to that dude criticize the actman. Did I call him Ant-Man? I might have called him Ant-Man. Actman.
Mm-hmm.
And then flag him was wild to me.
Yeah.
It was just the craziest thing. You were talking like you won, like you did good, and then you flagged him. It was insane.
No, I agree. I 100% agree. But what kills me about him, though, is not just what he's doing, but him replying to one of my tweets about a stream that I did about him. And all of this other shit that he's done. Now, granted, he's kept it to Twitter. I'll give him that. But he's, like, just him in general. He's insane. He's crazy. I can't wait for that video that Gamertron and actman, I almost called him Ant-Man too. Actman are working on. I can't wait for that. I can't. That's gonna be.
Oh, I'll definitely watch that one.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, I will too. But no, that's somebody that I've been arguably a bit, as of late, arguably a bit toxic to, because I just can't stand his ass, and he's an idiot. But no, but I don't take it personal. Do you know what I mean? Like him replying to me
either.
Saying how many views I have or whatever it is. I don't give a flying hell what you think of my views.
And that means they don't have anything. When they go to the views, they have nothing to criticize you on. So the easiest thing is to say, "Oh yeah, you don't get any views." Okay, but let's talk about the point I made. How about we do that though? Let's talk about the point.
Yeah, exactly.
And then they won't do that because it's easy, because that's how they got. I hate when people do that. That's why I don't play. I don't like to do the view game. I don't like doing that. I think it's corny. I just think it's so corny.
No, I agree. And here's the thing: I responded to both of the tweets that he responded to. Sly, I'm not making this up. It was just me promoting or tweeting out about a stream. And he just so happened to be one of the subjects. I've done 2 streams on him. No, 3. 3 now, 3. I've done 2 or 3 streams on him now, right? Each time I tweeted out on the KHuckcast Twitter and on my main Twitter. You saw it yourself. He responded to the first one that I did and said something along the lines of, "Oh, nice try," or something like that, of me covering him. And of course, I responded and I said, "Oh, hello, Andy. You're welcome to come on stream if you'd like to have a conversation about this." Sly, I've invited him twice.
And he won't. But he'll message, or he'll say something on Twitter, but then won't approach you.
Yep.
That's exactly so cringe. Like, don't say nothing at all then.
Yeah, exactly. No, he'll respond on Twitter, which again, I will give him that it has, so far, it has just stayed on Twitter. And I hope that it remains that way. But I've invited him on twice and nothing.
Yeah.
And you know what he told me? Cope.
Oh my Lord. See, that's cringy. I hate these people. See, I'll go down low. I don't care. If you say something about me, I hear about it and I feel like being petty, I'm going. I don't care how many subs you got. If you wanted to say something, all right, let's talk about it. Because I know I never want to be that person that won't address any criticism. Exactly. Everyone knows I will invite a hater on in a second. All right.
Yeah, me too.
I actually look for it every time, but they never want to show up. One person in 2 years has criticized me and shown up in the Discord on the spot, and wasn't the greatest for him, but it was still, I respected it. I respected it because he did it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll always have respect for that dude. I think his name was No Name something. I think it was just No. That's all I remember from the chat. He said something. He wanted to, and it was funny. I think it was about the side scrollers too. And he showed up and he wanted to do it, and I respected it. But not many people do, and it's kind of corny. Like, don't go around saying something. I'll never duck a fade or conversation or anything. I will never do that.
Nope.
It doesn't matter how many views. It's just the point that it was the words you said that made me want to talk to you. It wasn't the sub count. So why does that matter at that point?
No, it doesn't.
You just don't want to look bad.
Yeah, no, to me, I'm with you. None of that does. It doesn't matter about your sub count. It doesn't matter about how many followers you have on Twitter or on Instagram or now Blue Sky or whatever the hell. Who cares? Again, I know what my channel is. I'm aware of how big and small my channel is. To some people it's big, to others it's small. I still consider myself tiny. I'm just saying. I always probably will. But I'm always open to having a conversation with anybody and everybody that's willing to actually talk it out and to see what they have to say. Absolutely. I'm always down for it. Because not only is that, yes, is a part of it content? Yes. I'm not going to lie. Is it content? Yes, absolutely. But it's also a chance for me or for you or for anyone else to have a one-on-one conversation with that person to see what they honestly have to say. And to see if they'll put up or shut up. That's exactly what it is. So I leave the door open for anybody and everybody to do that. Absolutely. So
yeah, I'll never play that. I mean, because I definitely, because the podcast that I do doesn't get that many views, but I don't stop because I love it. And then I got this one that does all right, but I'm not saying it's anything like crazy, like, oh, it's a huge channel. I would never say that. But it does get decent viewership or whatever for the subs, and I'm grateful for it.
Yes,
but I'm never going to be the person that's going to be like, oh, I can't talk to you unless you crack like 100. You can't even get 100 viewers live. Oh, no, I'm not talking to you. Exactly. I don't care. If you criticize me and you get 4 viewers, I'm popping out.
Exactly.
I don't care.
Yeah.
You told those 4 people a lie about me, I'm outside. That's how I am. I don't play. I don't play that. I don't.
If I know about it, it's exactly.
Show up or shut up, and I'm always showing up. You know, and then I'm gonna rebroadcast it and laugh at you again. So I can't.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, I 100% agree. I do. Oh, dude, we could go on for like ever and ever and ever. I have a feeling we're gonna have you back.
I'm down.
Soon.
I told you I'm showing up.
Yes.
That's all right. I had fun. I really did have fun.
Okay, good. Yes. No, I do have one last question because I know that we can't get to the other one because I know that we're kind of running out of time and we're going a little over. I do have one last question. What is the most interesting thing you've read or seen this week, either commentary related or world events?
Oh boy, what did I see that was interesting this week?
Or anytime, really. It could be this week or anytime.
I'm gonna be honest. The craziest thing was probably like content-wise. I'll stick because reading. Content-wise, it's got to be the Cinebear thing.
Yeah, I agree.
It's got to be the Jar Cinebear thing. That was a crazy story. And that was just within a couple of weeks. I think that we did that last week.
Did you see Beckett's video that he did? Do you know Beckett?
Yep, I watched that. Okay. Yeah, Cope and Steve.
Yeah, Cope and Steve. Yeah, Beckett.
Yeah, I just watched that yesterday. I was at work listening to it. Yep, it was good.
Did you listen to the interview? Oh my god.
All of them. Oh my god. Oh my god. I tried to find the one where he's like, what he said. He started it off so cringy. What did he say? Was it that one? Or he was talking to some dude, the water or something, the water fast. Like, I haven't eaten and like whatever, like I've been just drinking water or something like that.
Oh, he was talking to Himpleton. Yes, I know.
Yes. That's the one. I tried to find that one. But even the conversation he was having with Beckett was funny. Funny,
no,
bro.
I agree 100%. That bro, I how Beckett did it, I have no idea. How he did that, I have no clue. Talking to the other women that he or the other people, not just, well, it was mostly women.
He was crazy.
Yeah, 100%.
Harassing them. He thought it was funny.
Following them
He
at
was giving the
VidCon?
tipster joke.
Yeah.
Oh, he was doing the tipster. Oh, they're just jokes. Bro, these girls were moving on the buddy system to get away from you, dog.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
how afraid they were of you.
100%.
Like, oh, if you see him, they had lookouts. All right, so you look out and see if you see him, and he pops out laughing. What a weirdo.
No, I agree.
He was like Michael Myers at that convention, dog.
Yeah, no, he was. Absolutely. Absolutely, he was. Yes, I agree. And just
Top tomato, the buddy system,
Not
bruh.
the buddy system. Yeah, exactly.
The buddy system.
Oh, so from what I understand, and I heard this earlier, one last question, I promise, and I'm done. You are looking for someone to do art for your channel, is that right?
A wiggler. I want the wiggler.
Oh.
I want the wiggler. I want I'm on the prowl for a wiggler.
Okay, that I did not catch. I didn't know that.
Yes. I was looking for somebody to make me a wiggler. Right? I saw Chris has a wiggler, and I want a wiggler, but I want my wiggler to have the dookie rope. I want the rope chain on it. I want the do-rag on my wiggler, and I might want him banging Crip signs, maybe, when he wiggles back and forth, throwing up Crip.
Oh my
I want my wiggler to be dope, all right? Because when I start playing the game, I want to be behind the camera and have my wiggler wiggle. You feel me? I want my wiggler outside. I'm jealous because I saw Queeman had a dope wiggler smoking a cigarette. I thought that was funny. The cool anime girls, if you ever see that little thing that bounced back and forth. Keffels had it. Then Kristen Narg has one making fun of him. Tipster copied.
Yeah.
Queeman has it. Yeah, it's that little thing that bounces back and forth on the screen. I want one of them. Yeah, the VTubers have it. Yes. Yeah, I want a little wiggler, dog.
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
That's what I was looking for.
I did not catch that it was a wiggler, but that's, oh my god, that makes it even fucking funnier. Oh my god.
I want the wiggler. I want the dreads, or I want the braids bouncing back and forth when he wiggles. Yeah.
Oh,
either that hilarious. Or a do-rag. Either that. But I think, yeah, like the bobblehead. Nintendo, if you go to Queeman channel and just click one of the videos, you'll see it. Here, you know what? I'll just link it for you to watch. Yeah, it's he's got it, and that's what I was like, oh my god. And then I asked Chris, I'm like, bro, do you have a wiggler? He said, yeah, I got one too. I'm like, where'd you find? Who made it from? I'm trying to get the plug, the wiggler plug.
Oh, that's funny. Oh, that's hysterical. And from what I also and from what I also understand, you are your favorite holiday is Halloween.
I love Halloween.
Same here.
I love Halloween. It's the best thing in the world. I like it better than Christmas. I like it better than everything in the world. There you go, Nintendo. Watch that. Watch just the beginning of it. You'll see that little thing he's got dancing. That's the wiggler.
Yes.
Yes, I love Halloween. I watch all like the scary movies, horror movies, true crime. I like all that. Spooky month for sure. Yeah.
Spooky month, yes. So as you can see, my art that we have here for Spooky month was done by some bunny. I mentioned that earlier. She did this for us earlier. So what are you going to be for Halloween?
I don't know yet. Last year I was the Tin Man.
Ooh, that's a good one.
My whole family, we were Wizard of Oz, and I was the Tin Man.
Oh, how cute. Oh, that's adorable.
Yeah, so this year I'm not sure. I thought I was going to be Art the Clown. I thought that was going to be funny. But then I was and then I was like, well, maybe I'll dress up as like a white guy and go live as that. I thought maybe that'd be funny too.
Sly.
I was thinking about, but then I was thinking about maybe I'll go like Myron from Fresh and Fit and dress as like a clan member.
Oh.
I got a lot of ideas. You feel me? I was thinking about a couple. You know, I was thinking about what would be funny, but
someone
wouldn't
suggested
be
Uncle
banned.
Ruckus. Someone suggested Uncle Ruckus.
Yeah. Somebody wanted me to be Ruckus. Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah,
god,
it's
if you
the
were Uncle
reverse
Ruckus, I would
blackface.
die.
I'll dress up as Phil or something like that. Yeah, with the white face.
Well,
That'll be.
this
Hey,
year,
I'm not sure. What are you gonna be for Halloween?
I am going to be Lydia from the Beetlejuice cartoon.
I thought you were gonna be Lydia from Breaking Bad for a second.
No. Lydia from Beetlejuice, from the cartoon. Mr. Huck is Beetlejuice. And Little Huck will be Wednesday from the Addams Family.
Nice. Yeah, my daughter was Wednesday. She dressed up as Wednesday for her school thing.
She was Enid last year.
Nice.
Isn't that cute? She
I
was
love
Enid
it.
last year. Yes. Yeah. It was, but no, and also, if you watch the channel long enough, I hope that you come back. Please do. We love you. You're amazing.
I will definitely pop out. Yeah, whenever.
My
we'll set
husband
up a
is a
different time.
Ghostbuster. My husband is a Ghostbuster.
Uh-oh. Everyone was getting at me because I was trashing the Ghostbusters. I know.
What?
Everyone was bombing on me because I said that. I'm like, I don't understand how anybody can like the Ghostbusters. It's just not that great. It's not that great.
Oh, I just heard Mr. Huck yell. I just heard him yell.
Everyone was cooking me. It was a pile. They were smoking me about it.
What?
Yeah.
Oh man.
I don't know. I'm not a sci-fi kind of guy. So I didn't never watch Star Wars. I didn't like I don't like Ghostbusters, you know. I know. Huckle, you ready for this?
That's
the OG
shame.
one.
Man.
The OG one. I know. I heard it. I don't even like anytime anybody brings up anybody that talks about the Ghostbusters, I just try to back out. I'm like the Homer Simpson meme backing in the bush. I don't even want to talk about it. All right? I just want to leave it alone. I know.
All right.
I get it.
Right,
I promised I said, you know what? I'm going to give it another go. I'm going to try to watch it. Definitely not the female one. Nothing against females. I'm definitely not watching that one. It's never happening.
Yeah.
But I'll definitely try to watch the old Joan. I'm going to try to watch it.
Okay.
I'm going to try to watch it.
No, I get it. Listen, I'm not picking on you for it. I understand. It's subjective, but I just thought that's funny. I didn't know that. But no, I get it. I get it 100%. Like, listen.
My kids like it.
But, well, I just like, he loves it because, well, he signed up for a charity organization here in our local area. So he's part of a local chapter of Ghostbusters and they do charity work. So,
what? Yeah. That's cold. That's cold. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
So
my kid wanted to be that. What is it? The Slimer, the green thing?
Yeah, Slimer.
Yeah, he wanted to be that. I'm like, why?
Yeah.
Why you like that? You like the Ghostbusters? They love Ghostbusters.
No, KHuck, show no mercy. Listen, Reaper. Listen. I don't know him like that just yet. Otherwise, I would. But I don't know him like that yet. We don't know each other like that yet.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna redeem myself. All right. I'm gonna turn around and be like, you know what? It was pretty good. But it's gonna have to wait till November because I still gotta watch a lot of scaries. I mean, I still got a week. I still got a week. You know, I watch at least one a day. I gotta watch one a day. I start one at work and finish it at night.
There you go.
Yeah, just watch Annabelle.
All right. Well, you know what? Next time that you come back, which we'll see what we can do about that. Maybe after the holidays or something. But when you come back, we'll get a report as to what you think. How about that?
How about that? We'll do that. I'll give you the first Ghost. I'll watch it by then. I'll watch the first one, and I'll only watch the first one. I ain't gonna go Ghostbusters 2 or how many. I'm gonna watch the first one. And then I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna be like, listen, this is how I feel. I'm gonna be honest. So if I watch it and it's bad, I'm just prepared to drop the L's. But I will watch it again.
Hey, you know what though? I'll give you credit where credit is due. At least you stick up for it, and at least you're like, I don't like it, but I'm willing to give it a shot. I commend you for that.
I'm gonna try. I've definitely watched parts, and I'm like, why would anybody like this? But I'm gonna try it again.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
Well, good sir, thank you so much for coming on here tonight. Thank you for coming to this my tiny channel. I'm kidding. Thank you for coming to my
Stop. I had fun. This was dope.
Kidding.
This was dope.
Yeah, good. I'm glad that you had fun. Do you have any live streams that are coming up here soon that you want to promote real quick, or?
I will be live tomorrow over on King Sly T. I'll be live about 8:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time if you want to come check it out. We will be, yes, definitely subscribe to the Khuckcast for sure.
Thank you.
If you're not, man, we got a couple things we're gonna go over tomorrow. So I'll be live. We'll go for a little bit tomorrow night. So yeah, that's all I got. That's all I got to put out there in the world. But
all
yes,
right.
I'll be live tomorrow.
Okay, well, I will have one of my mods link your channel in the chat, and I will do so in the description as well. Thank you again so much. Go check out King Sly. Go follow him on Twitter. Go do all the wonderful things. Go check him out tomorrow night. Thank you, good sir. We appreciate you. You have a great night, sir. Thank you.
You too. Thank you for having me. I appreciate y'all.
Thank you.
Have a good one.
You too. Oh, that was so good, you guys. Oh, that was so good. Thank you, Party. Thank you. And if you can link his Twitter in there too, I'd appreciate it. Oh, that was so fun. That was so much fun. Thank you to everybody who came out. King Sly's audience, thank you so much. Hope you liked the stream, and thank you for subbing if you did. Hope you guys, and if I didn't get your sub, I hope I can in the future. We'll see. But no, I appreciate it so much. Thank you guys. I appreciate every single one of you. Thank you to Sly. Thank you for the super chats. We'll make sure that we link his channel in the description, and also his thank you for having me on the chatter goat at 100%. Thank you, King. I appreciate it. You guys all have a fantastic night. I am going to send you over to Chris the Narc. We're going to go rate Chris the Narc here. Hold on. Let me see if he's still alive. Is Chris still alive? He better be. Hold on. Yes. I'm going to send you over to Chris the Narc. So, go show him all the loves. Go raid him. Tell him it's a KHuckcast raid. And I will talk to you all hopefully tomorrow. I'm not sure. Maybe. Hopefully. But yeah, we'll see how tomorrow goes. I may or may not be able to stream. We'll see. But either way, you guys all have a fantastic night. Go raid Chris the Narc, and I will talk to you all lovely people later. Bye.